Walking back outside, Sergeant McGowan said he knew this would not be an ordinary investigation. Ooh. We're gonna need intermission anyway.
You're scaring me. Like, I have to have a call with an insurance guy at 3. Am I going to be able to make that?
We'll see. We will see.
Oh
won't we?
my God.
I know. I don't know why I do this to myself, but today's a long one. But it has everything in it. Whatever type of true crime story you're drawn to, I guarantee this will have it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, which is why it's so long and as shit, but it requires your entire afternoon.
Okay. Okay.
And other quick items, then I'm going to jump into it, is that we have new merch. Y'all see? Go on our website. Check it out.
Rebecca's been working so hard on this. It's so good.
Y'all, I started flotation therapy. Do y'all do that? Where you
flotation?
It's just float therapy.
Well, flotation, but you just said flotation.
Yeah, whatever. Because I don't know, it's float therapy or flotation therapy. But you just float. You float and 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt, and it is really unlocked some creativity.
I mean, she comes out of it just like brainstorming, and I'm like, just
my God.
Go for
it.
It's
like forced meditation. You're just relaxed. It's good for stress, apparently. Does someone else do it? Can y'all back me up?
No, I'm all for it. I love it. But so she is pumping it out.
I have more ideas just swimming all up in my head.
Floating.
So there you go. Yeah, so go check out the new merch. We have bags, iPhone cases, the hats, whatever.
Yeah. Shirts.
Shirt stuff. More to come, hopefully soon, but And then last announcement is that next week we are, Rach, you go.
You know how
I don't feel like it.
She's exhausted
I'll
from
be talking for hours, so you just go.
I really am concerned. I'm nervous about today's recording. Okay, you know how y'all are all asking what we think of Mother's Instinct, the new documentary on Netflix? Well, good news. First of all, as you may or may not know, we covered this in episode 143, the story of Taylor Parker. Isn't it 143? 143? Yeah. Okay. We covered it in 143, Taylor Parker. We are going to be on Jamie Rice's podcast, Murderish, her serial streamers. Her serial streamers series is where you watch whatever the current documentary is or a popular documentary. And then we discuss it, and we did Mother's Instinct. And I tell ya, it's going to be fun because I'm going to talk so much shit because it's been so long. No, I'm still going. It's been so long that I obviously know the story. Rebecca told us about it, but it's been so many months that I was like, oh, right. I will say though, the documentary, and I know we've touched on this. I can't remember if it was to patrons or, on a bonus or regular, but if I had never heard that story, I would have so many more questions. So Rebecca is going to help fill those gaps in.
Fill those gaps in. In fact, when Jamie invited us to do this one and it be Mother's Instinct, my first response was, I cannot wait to shit talk Taylor Parker with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Jamie's a good time. She's going to partake.
It's going to be very fun.
So next week's episode, July 8th, or, Wednesday night, we will be releasing that conversation with Jamie on our feed.
Yeah.
So that will be next week's
It'll
episode.
be on Murderish on, I believe, Monday. She's releasing it Monday. We're going to release it that Wednesday night. It'll be a very good episode. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, so much.
Yeah. So excited.
Very excited. We love her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will jump right in now.
No, I've heard it's a long one.
Yeah.
I've heard. Buckle up.
Buckle the fuck up.
Last time we had this long one, we broke it into 2 parts. We're not going to do it to you. We're not going to do it to you. We're not going to do it.
That's right. We're not doing it. We know
Can you imagine?
Hate that.
because we would do this part today. Next week is going to be the murderish class.
No, that'd be awful.
And so then 2 weeks would be part 2. That would be terrible.
Okay, sources. 2 books today. Not 1, but 2.
Are you reading both of them to us?
Yes,
right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And we will point out the differences. It'll be so fun.
Oh, okay. God, I have to pay attention.
Yeah. No, one book is called Open Secrets by Carlton Stouarts, who is already a known author, but this book was highly regarded as one of the most remarkable true crime books I've ever read by none other than Anne Rule.
Oh, wow.
Ted Bundy's friend, author of Stranger Beside Me, and so much more. Like Agatha Christie was known as Queen of Crime. Anne Rule is Queen of True Crime.
Yeah. There you go. That's right.
The other book was To Hatred Turned by Ken Inglade.
No accolades for him?
No, he's a reputable author too. Anne Rule didn't
mention him. Okay.
Yeah, I honestly used
the first one more.
The first book as my primary source, really.
Okay.
D Magazine, Murderpedia, ClarkProsecutor.com, and HubPages.com. Peter Gailiunas Jr. moved to the United States with his parents from occupied Germany in 1949 when he was just 3 years old. They lived in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and by age 13, Peter Jr. was sent to boarding school. I don't know which one back then.
Oh.
But his parents thought that the strict academics and the forced independence and socializing would better his chances of becoming successful in America. Peter saw it as a way to get away from his father, who had become a very angry drunk with a fast-growing addiction to amphetamines.
Oh, wow.
Peter went on to Loyola Stritch School of Medicine in Illinois, graduated 5th in his class of 104 students, and moved back to Boston. In 1977, he was working in the intensive care unit of a suburban hospital in Boston when a very pretty woman caught his eye. Rozanne Agostinelli, that's how you should say it. Was a nurse at the same hospital, and according to Peter, she was the most beautiful woman he'd ever seen in his life. He was in love before his shift ended. And the feelings were mutual, I guess, because at the end of the shift, Rozanne handed him a piece of paper with her number on it and told him to call her.
Oh, go.
Get it, girl. Bumble before Bumble. She's approaching him.
Yeah, come on.
They started dating almost immediately, and aside from her good looks, she was thoughtful, caring, and very professional. Her colleagues said she could remain calm in the most demanding crisis, and outside of work, she was adventurous and outgoing and as comfortable on the nude beaches of Cape Cod as she was in Boston's finest restaurants.
Are there nude beaches on Cape Cod?
I guess so.
Okay.
Get it.
At least there were in, 77, you say?
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
I'm listening.
You're listening. Only months into dating, Peter was very open about wanting to marry her, and that's when Rozanne told him that she's technically already married. They were separated, but it was still shocking to Peter because she had never mentioned it before. Now, she did file for divorce soon after this conversation and married Peter as soon as it was finalized. So they get married, and in 1978, they moved to Dallas. Dr. Peter was working at Southwestern Medical School, and Rozanne got her dream nursing job in the burn unit of Parkland Hospital.
Oh, my God.
Bless
She's a
her
saint.
For saying that's her dream job.
A dream. Oh, God, it's heartbreaking. Good for her.
I couldn't handle it, but good for you.
What kind of doctor is he?
Kidney transplant.
Oh,
he
my
does
God.
kidney transplants. So
okay.
a nephrologist?
Okay.
Nephrologist, whatever. Also, fun fact, Parkland Hospital, where Rozanne works, is where JFK was taken when he was shot about, what is this? This is 1978. He was 63. So that many years ago prior.
Yeah.
And so it's a very
15.
well-known and prestigious hospital.
That is a fun fact.
Fun fact.
Wow.
But no, it's very well-known and prestigious. That was the point of that tidbit. Peter was rising the ranks quickly and became director of the kidney transplant program, where his starting salary was $36,000, And in 1978, that's the equivalent of 184 today. And Rozanne was in the running for head nurse of the burn unit, so they're crushing it. They're living very comfortably. And in the late 70s, Peter took on a new business venture, reviving a struggling medical equipment supply company with his fellow doctor friend, Harry Jacobson. And it took their wealth to a whole new level.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Within 2 years, the business had expanded to 4 states and was making around $4 million annually, about $16 million today. Just when Peter thought life couldn't get better, Rozanne told him that she was pregnant. And he was ecstatic. A rags to riches story that he was very proud of. Now he's going to have a baby. Life was just the tits. So he celebrated by buying Rozanne a brand new Cadillac. Here's a gift to, carry my baby around in your belly, to drive my baby around. I don't know. Very, very generous.
Yeah, sure.
However, Rozanne's homesickness really kicked in during this time. She'd always missed New England, her family and friends, but being pregnant really accelerates that. You want your people around you. And her one person in Dallas is Peter, who was working upwards of 100 hours a week.
No, thank you.
I know. He did his shift during the day, sometimes at night, whatever. He would also teach a class at the medical school, then come home and work on the medical equipment business all hours of the night. Brain did not shut off. The resentment she felt hit new heights in April 1979 when Peter was in Chicago finalizing the purchase of yet another franchise to add to his, medical equipment portfolio. Yeah. And Rozanne went into labor 5 weeks early.
Oh, no.
Imagine
that's a bummer.
The fury.
Yeah.
But he didn't know. He couldn't have predicted that. I don't care, Mama. She is still furious.
She's pissed.
Sorry. I know we've done that bit lately, but Caitlin, what's her face, is so fucking funny.
Riley. Y'all, we've said that, right? That's from Caitlin Riley.
I don't care, Mama.
Anyway, go follow her on social media. She's gold.
But yeah, no, I know he couldn't help it, but she is still furious. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
Warranted or not. That's just the way it's going to go.
That's right.
It was after midnight when a neighbor finally got a hold of Peter to tell him his wife was in labor, and the panic really set in.
He sprints back from Chicago.
He knew he would hear about this for the rest of his life. No, as a third party, I really do feel bad for that. Is the angst.
Sucks. That sucks. 5 weeks early is early.
Yeah,
I would have never. Who would predict that? No one.
I know, and it's her first one, so usually you go over. Yeah. So Peter's panicking, and his attempts to charter a jet home failed, and he was forced to wait till the next morning, like a commoner, to take the first flight out.
And he said, "No thanks. I'll wait for the DJ."
Yeah. He landed in Dallas 2 hours after Rozanne gave birth to their son, Peter III. Dr. Peter felt so guilty about the entire thing, he vowed to cut back on work. But as the story often goes, he didn't. He did not slow down. However, he did insist that Rozanne stop working and stay at home with baby Peter, since they really didn't need her income anymore anyway.
She just got her dream job.
I know.
And it's an important one. I mean, it's wow. She's not just like
making an impact.
Yeah. It's like making a real difference. And
she was in the running for head nurse. I'm like, oh,
bummer.
She did agree, though, at least for the time being. But pulling her away from work really made her take a step back and notice the changes in Peter. Like his drinking significantly increased post-baby. When he worked late at the lab, he would apparently drink several beers during work, several 6-packs, it said.
Like at the lab?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It's a problem. Then he would come home and almost always have a gin and tonic in hand. Yet he was very critical of Rozanne's parenting.
Oh, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Sorry. No.
For example, he insisted that she blend all baby food. Every meal, cut fruit and veggies, blend it yourself. No canned stuff.
Oh, man.
But she had no problem saying, nah, I'm not going to do that.
And
she didn't.
give me a break. Props to those who do that. But first of all, it's too much. I don't want your opinion when I'm at home all day. And by the way, this is the era of before disposable diapers. So I'm already nonstop doing laundry and dealing with shit on a towel, essentially. And now you want me to blend up food. I'm never going to see solids again in my entire life in any facet. So let's hold the phone there.
Or maybe you put down your drink and blend the fruit yourself if you're so passionate about it.
Yeah, the bananas are right there, buddy.
He was also very critical of her decision to put Peter in daycare after a year, claiming he was far too young to be separated from his mother's nurturing. Peter would have a lot to say about my mother.
I mean,
kids in daycare by 12. Hey, talk to the big wigs in Washington about maternity leave. How about that? How about that?
She doesn't go back to work though?
No, not at this time.
But yes, that is why kids, and actually a year, she held out.
That's what I'm saying.
But I was working. Yeah. But yeah, my kids were in daycare when my maternity leave was up, which is 12 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that, Peter? What do you think about that? What choice do we have?
Maybe they went in at 8 weeks. I don't know.
That's
maybe daycare started at 8 weeks. Maybe I went back at 12. Maybe I needed a buffer. I don't know. Hold the judgment at the door.
Yeah.
Drunky.
Is he slurring his words when he's telling her all this? Because I'll tell you, it doesn't hold much weight for me. It's not holding much weight for me.
It doesn't land.
It's just not landing at all.
Anyway, Rozanne was becoming visibly distant, and as a way to try and save the marriage, he suggested they build their dream home. Since the baby was born, they wanted to move anyway, but after about a year of looking, they weren't in love with anything. So they bought a $100,000 lot at the end of Bobbitt Drive in Luna Park Estates in Royal Gardens area of Dallas. Mm-hmm. Very nice neighborhoods.
That was a bunch of words.
That was a bunch of words. Royal Gardens. Did I say that weird?
No, but just the whole thing. I'm not familiar with Dallas, so I'm sure it's very nice. $100,000 lot back then, I bet. Wow.
Yeah. I didn't do that.
Must be a lot of land.
Rozanne was going to try to make it work, but in the back of her mind, she knew that this house was likely not going to fix it. At this point, she was less concerned with his work, hardly mentioning like his schedule at all, and way more concerned about his drinking. She asked him to consider professional help, but as far as I know,
it's bad.
As far as I know, I think this just led to arguments.
Yeah.
Peter thinks a whole new environment would help. So onward and upwards with the building of the house. And they hired a builder named Larry Ayler to help with it, and his wife Joy to be the interior designer. January 1983, Larry and Peter sat down to discuss the plans, and they really hit it off. They even set up a hunting trip in that first meeting to get to know each other better. But the more enthusiastic Peter became about the new house, the less so Rozanne became. They bought that lot in late 1982, and by spring of 1983, he was spending way less time at home, never ate dinner with Rozanne and baby Peter, and as he drank more, she became more distant and less interested in him sexually and otherwise.
Yeah.
Now, because their sex life had dwindled, he was confident that she was having an affair.
Okay.
No, it can't be anything else. That must be it.
It must be her who I've barred from leaving the house because she has to hand make all the baby food. She's never not washing a damn diaper.
Right.
And she doesn't have adult friends at this point. So she must be having an affair.
Yeah, that must be it. It can't be all the things she's listed for you and outlined verbally several times. That can't be it. Anyway. But according to him, he's always been somewhat of a paranoid person. So he was confident she was cheating on him, and it consumed every thought he had. So one night after a lot of drinking, he comes home.
Also, paranoid or insecure?
Yeah, right. Insecure is probably the right word.
Always been paranoid. That you have literally no basis for this claim that she's having an affair. No. So that's on you, bro. Yeah. But go on. He gets lit, comes home. I'm scared.
And makes a very uncomfortable decision that I have to tell you about. She was already asleep, and so is baby Peter. So he snuck into her hamper and got a pair of her dirty underwear. and saw a bodily fluid in the crotch of them and took them to work the next day.
Please be kidding. No, he did not.
I wish I was kidding.
Ew.
I would have come up with a less gross joke.
I mean, y'all, truth really is stranger than fiction. You can't come up with some shit. Okay. What?
He then asked a fellow doctor to come over to his microscope.
Stop.
He filled him in on his suspicions and asked him to identify the substance. I would be like, okay, but this will be the last time I'll look you in the eye.
Oh my God.
We will never have a conversation again. So, okay. The doctor very quickly looked at the specimen and almost immediately confirmed it looks like sperm.
Oh,
okay.
God.
He went home amped to confront Rozanne with this evidence. But
who did he have look at it? Like a forensics?
No. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. He didn't test it. He had someone look at it with their bare eyes.
Which apparently is a very comment. Like the book was like, the doctor was surprised he asked him to do such a task given a first-year med student could have easily looked and identified it. So I think it's like a very duh.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. It really is sperm though?
Well, you'll see.
Okay. Okay.
She adamantly denied sleeping with anyone. However, she did take this opportunity to voice that she wants to move out.
I think we're good here.
Now you're stealing my undies and showing your colleagues. So our marriage is fractured, and I don't think we need to fight it anymore.
Okay.
And to be clear, she was not asking for a divorce right then, but wanted to find a rental to give themselves space for a while. Very Mandy and Kyle circa now or last fall, whenever. Very, and I'm, of course, talking about Mandy Batula and Kyle. What's his face?
Are we calling her Mandy now?
Reddit does, so I thought it was funny.
Okay. You've just got to loop me in sometimes.
I jumped on board. It was an easy one to jump on board with because I was like,
sure. Yeah. That's Summer House Bravo if you don't know it, but we won't linger on that too long.
Yeah, that's
we already have in the past. Don't worry about it.
Peter did not want the separation at all. He tried to convince her to stay, didn't even care about the alleged cheating at this point. But by the tone of her voice, he knew there was no persuading her. She was already applying for part-time nursing jobs to work around little Peter's schedule. So like she's 1 foot out the door.
Yeah.
In May of 1983, she moved into a rental house in Richardson, Texas. It's a suburb of Dallas. And Peter was left with his own thoughts, which quickly went back to whether or not she was having an affair. He was talking to everyone about it. I mean, his friends, neighbors, the builder, who all assured him.
Oh, God. Oh, they're still going forward with that house, huh?
Yep.
Oh, he is. Yeah. Okay.
They all assured him that she really didn't seem like the type and just relax.
And they're also like, sorry, you did what with her underwear?
That is incredibly disgusting.
And wow, what a violation. I'm really stuck on that. I need a resolution of that ASAP, but go on.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll get one.
It wasn't sperm. Like
I also like that he had
in her underwear
threw in like, I was really wasted. I'm like, no, but you waited till the next morning and took it to work. So,
yeah.
Excuse me. So Peter hired a private investigator to track Rozanne, and he told the PI, I want you to follow her very closely. I want her to know you're there. I want her scared.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Not cool. He also, especially when your kid's in her backseat. So that's not cool.
Yeah.
He also tapped her phone lines to see who she was talking to. And he even allegedly let the air out of her tires once.
Okay.
Rozanne, on the other hand, was trying to make this as amicable as possible. She had dinner with him most nights so that Peter Jr. could spend time with his dad. She was flexible with his work schedule. You know, she was playing nice. However, this all went south pretty quickly. When one day she was dropping little Peter off and an argument ensued between her and Dr. Peter. Both parents grabbed the boy by the arm and had kind of a tug of war over him.
Oh, baby.
Baby. And then Dr. Peter allegedly retrieved a shotgun and said, if you take my son, I'll shoot you.
Wow.
He denied this ever happened, but according to author Ken Inglade, it led to a restraining order against him. So not sure. Something happened.
Yeah. Wow.
Another time when Rozanne came to pick up little Peter, she found Dr. Peter sitting in the dark with a sandwich in front of him. He then took out a syringe he claimed was filled with deadly drugs and threatened that if she didn't come back to him, he would inject himself.
Go ahead.
She caught his bluff and completely unfazed by this said, okay, did you fix a sandwich so that I'd have something to eat while I watch you do it?
No way.
Yeah.
She said that? Wow.
Yes, she's real over it.
She's had it. Okay.
She's had it.
Whoa.
So October 4th, 1983, Sergeant Morris McGowan and his detective, Mike Corley, were making their rounds when a call came in about an injured person on Loganwood Drive. Circumstances were unknown at that point, but when a second call came in that was far more urgent, they rushed to the address to see a circus out front. All the neighbors were outside, paramedics was there, and a fellow officer told McGowan it appeared someone had been shot. Sergeant McGowan saw the gurney being pulled out of the front door and stopped them so he could see for himself how bad it was. When he lifted the sheet, he saw a woman with a very swollen face, dark eyes, glazed and lifeless, and her black hair matted with blood. I probably needn't tell you, but this is Rozanne Gailiunas.
Oh, shit.
And running behind the gurney was 4-year-old little Peter sobbing for his mom.
Oh, God.
The look of terror and confusion on that little face is an image that will never leave Sergeant McGowan's mind. He said it was more brutal than the crime scene itself.
I bet.
And it's this image that keeps him going and keeps him so determined to solve this case. Little Peter ran past the detectives and straight to the arms of his dad, who had just pulled up. Dr. Peter picked him up and ran towards Sergeant McGowan, demanding to know what happened. He explained he was the victim's husband and that his own mother was on her way to pick up little Peter, like to take little Peter away from all this.
Yeah.
McGowan instructed Detective Corley to talk to Dr. Peter while he went inside to examine the crime scene alone. This was his standard procedure. That's the way he'd always done it. He needs to be alone. No one around him, just to take it in and notice shit on, by himself.
Okay.
He was told to go to the back bedroom, and when he walked into the blood-soaked room, he saw rope hanging on 3 of the bedposts, which had clearly been used to bind Rozanne's wrists and ankles.
Yeah.
There was a stocking laying near the head of the bed, and a blue robe was laying at the foot of the bed. One of the blood-stained pillows had 2 gunshots in it, and right next to the bed on the floor was a pool of vomit.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh. Walking back outside, McGowan said he knew this would not be an ordinary investigation. Mm-hmm. According to Dr. Peter, he was at home on the phone with his mother when he heard the call waiting come through. He switched over to the other line and was surprised.
Call waiting?
Yeah.
What year is this?
83.
Okay.
Wow. That is really early.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
Wow. He was early adopter. If that's the case. The very first person in the U.S. to have call waiting.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe I assumed call waiting, but he said he picked up the other line. He heard the other line and picked it up. Maybe he had 2 lines.
Oh, okay.
But why would he have that? Anyway.
Well, or it's the days where the operator can just interject. The operator can just interject and say, hey, Peter, someone's trying to get in touch with you. It's important.
I don't know. I'm going to call it call waiting because it says it clicked back over. Anyway.
Wow.
So call waiting came through in 1983.
Something did.
Okay. Something told him to hang up on his mother.
Good. Okay.
And it was a beep.
Yeah.
And he was surprised to hear little Peter's voice on the other end. Now, while he was only 4.5 years old and didn't know how to operate a phone, Rozanne taught him how to call his dad in case of emergencies.
Oh, man.
I'm sure she taught him how to call 911 too, but he's 4 and he wanted his dad.
Yeah.
Little Peter said something was wrong with mom and she's asleep. And Dr. Peter told him to go wake her up, but he said she can't and stuff was coming out of her mouth.
Oh my God.
He told little Peter to lock the door and that he was on the way, and he clicked back over to his mother to tell her to call 911 while he rushed out the door. Because remember, no cell phones. He can't call 911 on the way.
Yeah, but I don't like lock the door.
Yeah, I'm guessing he thinks it's an intruder and he might be coming back, but not realizing he was in the house. I don't know.
I would, with that description, she won't wake up and there's stuff coming out of her mouth. I'm thinking medical emergency. Like, lock the door. Right. Don't let anyone in. That's weird.
Yeah, that's true. He's on the phone. He doesn't know the circumstances. Yeah.
Well, even if he said there's blood coming out of her mouth, I would still think.
Well, actually, no, I do. Peter's first thought, sorry, I do know this. Read 2 books and I just can't keep it straight.
Yeah.
Peter's first thought was she attempted suicide. That was his first thought.
Okay. But why are we locking the door, not wanting anyone else to come in?
Still doesn't answer it, does it?
No, it does not.
Okay. Well,
but wow.
I guess, I don't know. Just in case. I have no idea.
Oh, the poor little boy's like, if I really want to be out of this house, actually.
Yeah. Paramedics were the first to the scene and said when they got there, the front door was ajar, so he didn't listen. So
okay, good.
Great. And when they ran inside, they saw little Peter eating cereal on the couch, and he said something like, "Get out or my daddy will beat you up."
Oh, baby.
They asked where his mommy was, and he pointed to the bedroom. Inside was one of the worst crime scenes they'd ever seen.
Oh.
And the fact that a 4-year-old saw it, my God.
Yeah. So maybe he said that to his dad too. Like, there's blood everywhere.
Maybe.
Blood on the walls. I heard a loud noise. Like, that makes sense.
That's true. I guarantee.
That's crazy.
He did. I'm gonna assume there's he said there's blood everywhere.
Okay.
You had to have. Rozanne was nude, face down, with her head off the edge of her bed. Her right arm and both legs were tied to the bedpost. She had been strangled with both a pair of pantyhose and the belt from her robe, and was shot twice in the back of the head through a pillow to muffle the sound. It was a .25 automatic handgun. Mm-hmm. When they removed the stocking and the belt from around her neck, she gasped for air.
No. She's alive? Yes. Shut the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
When they began life-saving measures, they saw that she had several pieces of tissue paper, like Kleenex, lodged in her throat, which they had to remove with forceps. Like those really long scissors.
Oh my God. They're not scissors. They're like tongs.
But, they look like really long shears is what they look like.
But they're tongs.
I know that.
The sharpness of shears is grossing me out, so you've got to stop saying it. You know?
Well, they have them. So,
oh God, they
have the sharp end. So
okay, never mind. Sorry. Oh God.
I mean, I'm sure it's a little rounded at the end, but
sure.
They still point.
Oh God.
Then they rushed her out of the house, and that's when Detective McGowan and Detective Corley arrived on the scene. McGowan ordered a patrol officer to get in the ambulance with her in case she makes statements about who did this.
Mm-hmm.
He walked back over to Detective Corley and Dr. Peter and asked Peter if they could talk to him back at the station. And he said, absolutely not without my attorney. It's like the quickest lawyering up in history, but I mean, not a dumb move.
Yeah.
Obviously. Dr. Peter went across the street to his neighbors to use the phone, and 17-year-old beautician student Paige Billings answered the door and let him in. Allegedly, before making the call, he said something to the entire family, "Whatever you know, you should keep to yourself."
What?
Yeah.
To the neighbors?
Yes.
Okay. No, you can't use our phone.
Get out of here. Telling me, coming into my house, telling me what to do.
What bills you be paying?
Yeah, get out of coming in here and ordering me around. Get out.
No.
I'm not sure if he was referring to like their very well-known marital issues or what, but that is what he said, allegedly.
They're like, that's actually the most damning thing you could have said.
The first thing I'm going to tell them.
Now I know that you said that, and I have to tell them because that is ominous.
Yeah. When Dr. Peter's attorney arrived, they and another officer went down to the station to be interviewed. And at this point, 30 cops were on the scene, and McGowan was assigning jobs to everyone. Canvass the neighborhood, search the backyard, the alley, etc. And before he left the scene, a fellow officer came up to him and said that a man was out front and wanted to talk to him. McGowan asked who it was, and the officer said, it's the victim's boyfriend.
It was sperm.
It was. It's about to get messy up in here.
Wait, I'm still anti sneaking in your wife's.
You are? You are anti that?
Oh my gosh.
That's a hot take.
Okay. All right. I'll give him that one.
So it was point to Peter, but for not the way he did it.
Not the way he did it. That's sick. Wow. Okay. Damn. I did not want him to be right about that.
I know. No one did.
Okay. What? Okay. No one deserves this.
No one deserves this. And it's about to get messy up in here.
So glad she survived.
Yes. So McGowan did nothing to hide the shocked look on his face when meeting the man who introduced himself as Larry Ayler, the builder, they hired to do their house.
Oh, shit. Does Joy know about this?
They're married with kids builder. Wow, Rach, you are listening.
I know.
Named his wife and everything.
Wow.
Let's chat about Larry Ayler for a little bit.
Okay.
As I mentioned, this is who Rozanne and Peter hired to build their house. Larry was born in Virginia, but moved to Dallas when he was 9 years old. In 1964, Larry met Joy Davis at a high school football game between their rival schools, and they were inseparable from that point on. Shortly after Larry graduated, I think he was in the grade above her, but shortly after Larry graduated from high school in 1966, his family moved back to Virginia, but he stayed in Texas and went to El Centro Junior College to be near Joy. And right after her high school graduation in 1969, so they're a few years apart. But after her graduation, they get married. Now, Joy's father, Henry Davis, wasn't the most pleasant man.
Mm-hmm.
And he refused to pay for anything outside of a small church ceremony and refused to pay for Joy's college. And it was not due to lack of money.
I was about to say, like, refused or couldn't?
No.
That's different.
Refused. Oh, yeah. Not because of lack of money. Henry Davis, her father, actually developed a lot of property in Richardson and Lake Highlands, Texas in the 60s and 70s. Pretty much built both those neighborhoods.
Uh-huh.
By the mid-80s, he was worth about, it says 10 to 25 million. Which is
you joking?
A big range, but that's about 30 to 75 million today. So I imagine a multimillionaire in the South in the 70s and 80s was not a softie when it came to giving his money away.
But it's also at a time when college is cheap. So, like, just come on.
Oh, yeah. Not to him.
The wedding's one thing.
Lived through the Depression. He thinks he probably...
I don't know, but come on. College, you're going to make your daughter do that? That sucks.
And that's the other thing. Joy seemed to be the favorite child, but he did pay for her older sister's tuition at SMU and her giant wedding.
So, excuse me.
It just made no sense. And here's a little sad story. But that marriage did end in divorce. So there's a chance he was like
live and learn. Live and learn. I'm not doing that again.
His employees, here's a little sad story, but his employees later said that on occasion, Henry Davis would have all his employees down to his 1,000-acre ranch in south of Dallas for a beer and barbecue gathering to show his appreciation. But a portion of that day always ended up with some manual labor.
I love that. You know,
oh my God.
As I rewatch Vanderpump Rules, I always laugh at, like, I wanted to save money on my wedding, so I'm making my friends clean up the next morning. I'm like, wait a minute.
No
one's signing up for that. No. That is hilarious. I thought you were going to say he charged a cover charge or something.
Oh,
he invited everyone down, and then they got there, and he was like, all right, $20 a head.
That probably would have been better. Probably would have been preferable.
I'm not cleaning.
I don't want to clear your brush. I don't want to mend your fence. So he's like,
he saw an opportunity.
Hey, Sam, thank you for everything you do. Holy shit, is that fence broken over there? You wouldn't mind, would you?
Yeah.
While you're here at my house, drinking my beer and eating my food.
Right.
Hey, check out this lawnmower I got. Go ahead, take it for a spin around the lawn.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so he's not like targeting Joy. He's
just a cheapskate.
Except his oldest daughter. That sucks. I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. That's why he's so rich.
That's why he's so rich.
Maybe a little props to him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Larry dropped out of college and got a job at a men's clothing store. His father-in-law, Henry, didn't see the clothing business as being a big money maker. So once he decided that Larry was worthy, he took him under his wing and steered him in a more lucrative direction of home building. Mm. He hired Larry as a carpenter to gain some experience in the construction business, and eventually helped him buy a lot and build his first house on it, which made a $9,000 profit after paying off the loan. Mm. So Larry started his own company with that, called Larry W. Ayler Custom Builders, where he handled the construction and his wife would specialize in home interiors, and it did quite well. I mean, they had a good reputation.
Yeah.
And in May 1970, Joy and Larry had their son, Chris. But Larry was a scoundrel. Mm-hmm. He was quite known for trying to sleep with every woman he built a house for. In 1982, being fully aware of his wandering eye, Joy got breast implants as a way to reignite his interest in her.
Oh,
I really hated that.
Breaks my heart.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. Even with their very clear problems, they stayed together and were well known within their community, which is why in 1983, Peter and Rozanne Gailiunas hired the duo to do their house. Mm-hmm. Larry and Rozanne went to lunch to discuss building plans since Peter always had to work. And in that conversation, Rozanne seemed very uninterested. So Larry addressed it and asked if she was unhappy with his work, but she said, nah, just my marriage. Mm. And then Larry
saw an end.
Yeah.
Larry
saw
was like, hell
an
yeah.
opportunity and said that he too was in an unhappy marriage and was going to file for divorce and, whatever. And there you have it. An affair was born.
Yeah.
It was Peter's PI who discovered this, and Peter confronted Rozanne about it in the summer of 1983. And that's when Rozanne decided to start the divorce process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was after the whole undies incident. Mm-hmm. And here's a very strange tidbit for you. Because the construction was, according to Dr. Peter, beyond the point of no return, he kept Larry as his contractor.
What?
You're sleeping with my wife, but damn it if you don't finish what you started.
Listen, I'm assuming he confronted him as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Wow. So it was just known, and he was like, all right, but anyway, send me the invoice and finish the damn house.
Right.
And then I guess we'll never speak again.
Yeah. But I mean, Larry's the GC, so he probably just has a bunch of subs going over there.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes over there to check it, and I'm sure Larry makes sure that he's the fuck out of there. Mm-hmm. So this was an all-out affair. They're not just sleeping together. They're saying, I love you. They're planning their future. So pretty early into the affair, Larry did hire a divorce attorney to leave Joy. And another fun fact, Rozanne used the same attorney to file for hers. Okay. A 2-for-1 divorce attorney.
Sure.
Surprisingly, Peter began to accept that Rozanne's never coming back to him. And once he realizes that she could very easily fight for full custody of little Peter, he got his shit together.
Oh,
he stopped drinking. He enrolled in a fitness program. He put himself on an all-protein diet, and he stopped taking antidepressants, which I'm not sure why that was why is that a mark against him if he was taking that? I don't know.
Sure.
But that's what he did. Maybe stop drink because he stopped drinking. He didn't need it anymore. I don't know.
Well, hopefully he consulted with his doctor about that.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
And he was looking to move into private practice to free up some time so that he could spend with his son.
Everything Rozanne wanted.
This is everything Rozanne wanted.
But no, that works. Whatever works. Good. Get your life together.
Yeah.
See your son. Be a good dad.
Right.
Peter Jr.
I know.
Okay.
But if he thought Rozanne would see this progress and agree to joint custody or even to stay, he was mistaken.
Okay. I don't know who I'm mad at.
She was pretty unfazed by all of it. And one night when he was dropping little Peter off, she made it clear, no, she's still fighting for full custody. She found Peter unstable and inconsistent, and she's going to fight to have little Peter.
Okay.
So she said, nah, see you in court. And now he's pissed.
Eesh.
He told her that he had a very incriminating audio of her and Larry on the phone that is direct evidence of infidelity. Remember, Peter tapped her phone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he tells her he would hate to drag her name through the mud, but is more than willing to play it in front of a judge if it comes down to it. And by the way, I think this call got a little steamy. Some pretty R-rated, triple X stuff was said. They also said horrible things about their spouses, which I don't have the details of, but not a good look.
Yeah.
Although the way Peter obtained that recording, also not a good look.
I was about to say,
separate issue.
Is Texas, actually, neither of them knew that they were being recorded.
Yeah.
Because, there are some states where you can secretly record someone as long as one party knows about it, and you can be that one party. Like it's
Louisiana is that state.
Yes.
That's how we got to bug Joran van der Sloot's hotel room in New Orleans.
That's right. Right. Had to lure him to New Orleans. But
I tell you, probably wasn't hard.
No,
please.
That's his Bourbon Street's his vibe. Okay. Yeah. I can't imagine could be used in court, but maybe.
Yeah. So he's threatening to release this recording. And again, completely unfazed, Rozanne said, do what you need to do, and slammed the door in his face.
Really?
Yeah.
She's really had it.
I know. So Peter took her advice and he did what he thought he needed to do. And that was call Larry's wife, Joy.
Yeah.
At this point, Joy did not know about the affair. All she knew was that they were getting divorced, but probably assumed like their marital issues were at a breaking point, and she's upset about it, but she's not totally blindsided. That is until August 1983, when she gets a call from Dr. Peter, who tells her that he has a recording she may want to hear and suggests that joining forces could benefit both of them.
Wow.
No, they do not strike up an affair.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
I kind of
didn't.
Well,
okay. I know
thought
what you're all thinking. I know every single one of you.
It happens.
Inner thoughts.
It happens.
I know. But let me just stop you right there. If your imagination's getting the best of you, they don't start an affair.
Okay.
But she did agree to stop by. And while sitting in the den, he whips out a tape recorder, and together they listened to their spouses do what the book called verbal lovemaking.
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm like, can we just say phone sex?
You can say phone sex, book.
Peter was trying to gauge her reaction, but Joy was completely silent. Her only response was to ask if he would replay the mean things Larry said about her.
God. What?
Once they were finished, Peter asked her if she wanted a copy for her attorney, and she said she would have to think about it, and walked out. Now, once she got in the car, Joy drove. This is pretty irrelevant, but I feel that I need to tell you. Once she got in the car, Joy drove to White Rock Lake, a park in East Dallas, to have some alone time. She sat in her car crying, and a man jogging by noticed her and stopped to ask if she was okay. She said she was, but her husband was leaving her, and her emotions are just catching up with her. And the man asked her to dinner.
Okay.
Excuse me.
All right. Jog on. Bye-bye.
Run along now.
I'm in the middle of something. Excuse me.
She said,
what
is with people? She said, I'm not ready to date yet. Do you see me? Oh my God. And he gave her his number and told her to call him when she was ready. Again, this is pretty irrelevant, but I think the reason my sources included it was a testament to how attractive Joy was, or what a dirtbag this guy is.
An opportunity.
A vulnerable woman is crying in her car because her marriage is falling apart.
And you're like,
and you ask her
come
out?
to dinner.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. You better be running. You're going to run. Yeah, you're going to keep on.
And Larry later found that number that he gave her and teased Joy about it for having a boyfriend.
Fuck off.
Just an example of how indifferent he is and what a dick he is. And there's nothing that hurts worse than a guy you love being completely okay with you seeing someone else. Like,
right.
What a dick.
Joy, you're a catch. Yeah, you say, yeah, he did give me his number. I was sobbing my ugliest cry, and he still asked me out because I'm a dime piece. Right. You understand that? You got it, Larry? That? Get the fuck out of here.
Even with this punch to the gut, the next day, Joy called Peter and told him she didn't want a copy of the recording. She just wanted this divorce done as quickly as possible and to not get in a battle, especially since their son Chris was like 13, 14 at this point.
Oh, yeah.
He would find out dad cheated on mom, and she just wanted to avoid all of that.
Yeah.
And with that, Dr. Peter said he decided to do the same thing. Going forward, he wanted everything to be civil. However, he did pay Larry a visit at his new apartment, demanding he stop seeing Rozanne, but Larry essentially told him to fuck off and get out.
Oh, his sad bachelor apartment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dr. Peter walked in and was like, ugh, yikes. Okay, never mind.
You're struggling.
This is punishment enough.
Yeah.
There's a pool table in your dining room. So
the
I think I'm
vertical
going to
blinds
leave.
have been molding since 1950. Got it.
Yeah. The popcorn ceiling is literally dropping on my head. So
I'm gonna
head out. Thank you so much.
By August of 1983, pretty much everyone knew about Rozanne and Larry's affair, including Joy's father, Henry Davis.
Oh, shit.
Who, if you remember, helped Larry's company get off the ground.
That's right.
So Henry in particular was pretty pissed. Pissed. And suddenly, contractors didn't want to work with Larry so much.
Ooh.
Which he assumed was because of Henry Davis. Yeah. Which, probably a safe assumption there, Lair.
Yeah.
Lair.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to watch Curb. Okay. This is the messiest situation.
It really is. And it gets so fucking batshit.
Okay.
A few weeks later is when Rozanne is attacked and fighting for her life. Paramedics rushed her to Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital. Her pulse and respiration were both pretty strong. One bullet had entered her skull in the back of her head, and the other hit her right temple. Oof. The nurse was able to remove the bullet and give it to police for evidence. That left one bullet still.
Nurses are so badass.
So badass.
I'm telling you.
I know. That left one bullet still in her brain, which she had to have surgically removed.
And a nurse did that too.
I was like,
just saying.
I don't think
they're
so.
badass.
They are badass.
I don't think so. No, I know that. I'm just saying.
I don't think.
They really get shit done.
No, I know. After 2 days of a machine breathing for her, she showed zero brain activity.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
no. You thought it was a survivor.
Damn it.
So Rozanne's sister Paula and Larry, that's not an error. Larry, not Peter, not her husband, Larry and Rozanne's sister Paula made the gut-wrenching decision to take her off life support.
Oh, no.
At 7:10 p.m. on October 6, 1983, Paula turned the machine off, and for 29 more minutes, they sat with Rozanne and listened to the heart monitor faintly record her beeps until it fell silent.
Yeah.
When it did, a sense of relief actually washed over them because she was no longer in pain. 33-year-old Rozanne Gailiunas was dead, and when Paula and Larry got up to leave, Rozanne suddenly sat upright with her arms extended in front of her.
You are lying to my face.
I swear to God.
I've heard of that happening.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Plastic bags still on her hands to preserve evidence.
God.
And her lifeless eyes were wide open. Oof.
I am in my jaw. I've heard of that happening.
Happened. I know.
Ooh.
Paula's scream echoed the entire hospital, and the nurses ran in and explained it was, involuntary muscle spasms and that it is not at all uncommon, which Paula knew. She was a nurse herself.
But still seeing it.
I know. But I think it was the first time she'd ever actually seen it. And it was her own sister. I mean, I would have a heart attack, honestly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, that's scary. So they get right to work. Police get right to work on the investigation. Detective Corley interviewed Dr. Peter, and he said he was at work until 5 p.m., then went home and waited for Rozanne to drop little Peter off. He called her a few times around then, but there was no answer. Then little Peter called just before 6 p.m. to say, Mom won't wake up, and we know the story from there.
Yeah.
Associates, patients, and a secretary can vouch for him, that they can vouch for Dr. Peter, that they saw him throughout the day at the hospital, in the lab, in the elevator, whatever. His entire day was accounted for, except from 4 p.m. to 4:45 p.m., where he said he shut the door to his office, closed his blinds, and took a nap at his desk.
Okay.
No one saw him in those 45 minutes.
Okay.
Obviously, a huge red flag to detectives. That plus the very public affair, custody battle, everything.
Yeah.
He has all three elements: means, motive, and opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So he's clearly on the list. Now, Detective Ken McKenzie interviewed Larry Ayler. He has no alibi, really, but pretty openly pointed the finger at Dr. Peter.
Sure.
He was very open to the detective about his relationship with Rozanne and said he was expecting to see her the afternoon she was attacked, but she wasn't answering her phone. So he made other plans, which was to go ride on a bike by himself. That's not an alibi.
Nope.
Get a friend. He recently bought a new bike, so he decided to take it for a test ride. But on the ride, a car drove up behind him and bumped him into a ditch. So he immediately went back home, and that's why he has all the scratches and bruises that Detective McKenzie noticed before he even opened his mouth.
Uh-huh. A car bumped him. Wow.
Bumped him.
Like, you had a hell of a day.
And he said he thought it was an old lady. I'm like, yeah, that's so
I bet you did.
Uh-huh. He then tried calling Rozanne again around 6:30 or 6:40, and this time little Peter answered. And Larry asked him to go get his mom, and he said, I can't, she's bad sick.
Oh, baby.
And then Larry heard a man's voice say, hang up the goddamn phone, and the line went dead.
Okay.
Larry would later say it sounded a lot like Dr. Peter, which if it was around 6:30-ish, it might have been, because that's about the time the cops, paramedics, and everyone was over there. Like the 911 call, I think, came in a little after 6. So 6:30, like, yep.
Yeah.
You know, Peter's definitely there, but I don't know who would allow that little boy back in the house at 6:30, but whatever. Mackenzie called bullshit, though, on Larry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The scratches, the lack of an alibi. He's not buying a word of it. So Larry Ayler lawyered up, and the interview's over.
Mm-hmm.
Detective McKenzie and Corley met in the hallway to recap each other. Corley was 100% convinced that Dr. Peter did it, murdered Rozanne, and McKenzie was 100% convinced that it was Larry Ayler.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to talk to little Peter. He was the only one there, and they had to find out if he heard or saw anything. They got the appropriate people in there to ask him.
Right.
It was very delicate conversation. And you'll be relieved to know that he was asleep during the actual attack.
Mm-hmm.
He was taking a nap, but sadly, he did see her just as paramedics did after the attack was done. He went in there to ask if he could watch TV or something and found her in that horrible position.
Uh-huh.
She gurgled but couldn't get up.
Oh, God.
So he ran to the kitchen and called his dad. So, poor Rozanne, being like, probably like, no, don't come in here.
Yeah.
Oh. And when delicately asked who might have hurt his mommy, he said he thought the Cookie Monster did it.
I am hanging up.
I know.
Oh my God. Oh.
I know.
But okay, he is smart. He's a smart kid.
Mm-hmm.
Did Mr. Larry call? And did some man tell you to hang up the goddamn phone?
Okay, we'll find that out later.
That really breaks my heart.
But kind of unclear because his memory is foggy, being 4. But a child trauma specialist would say you can misremember.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
He didn't say dad. And when she was being wheeled out, he ran to his dad. You said.
Yeah.
So, okay. I don't know.
What do you mean he didn't say dad?
When they said who could have hurt your mom, he would know. Even if he didn't know who the hell the builder was, he knows who his dad is. So he would have said dad.
Yeah. But, a dad.
He was asleep.
He was asleep. And
yeah. Both of them were asleep. Dr. Peter was asleep in his office, he says.
Right. Yeah.
But the little boy was asleep. Okay.
But he could also be scared of his dad. Who knows?
I know, but you said when she was being wheeled out, he ran to his dad's arms.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
Telling you, I'm listening.
You are listening. But if I were scared of a parent and I saw my other parent horrifically murdered, and all these cops were around me who are already intimidating.
Anyone familiar.
Any familiar face I'm running up to.
Yeah.
So Sergeant McGowan didn't want to get tunnel vision, though. Like, Mackenzie and Corley made their opinions clear. They each thought the other one did it. But Sergeant McGowan was like, let's not get tunnel vision. He was considering everyone. There's a scorned ex-wife. There's a pissed off father-in-law. There's a chance Rozanne was unknowingly, had a stalker. Then he heard on the TV that a reporter was breaking local news that a woman in Casa Linda area of Dallas was murdered. She was a registered nurse, just like Rozanne, and had been strangled with pantyhose.
Whoa.
So Sergeant McGowan considered maybe this was a start of a serial killer.
Yeah.
And he got in touch with Casa Linda Police Department, but it did appear, at least for the time being, these two murders weren't connected. So
really,
back to square one.
Wow.
They interviewed Joy Ayler, and it was uneventful. She didn't know who would have attacked Rozanne, and she voluntarily took a polygraph and passed. They also asked Peter and Larry to take one, and they passed.
Mm.
A few days later, this is so weird.
The nurse being strangled in the other town is weird as shit.
I know, and I can't
get off of it.
I don't know why they quickly
ruled that out.
Ruled that they were
the
not
connection.
Connected.
Yeah.
But here's a weird thing. A few days later, Larry begged Joy for forgiveness and to take him back.
No.
Right? And weirder, she took him back.
Oh.
Joy's friends were shocked, given their own accounts of Larry harassing Joy during their separation. Like, he cheated on her and he was the one harassing her. And honestly, I don't know to what extent. I don't have firm examples, but they've reconciled. He just gets worse and worse. He would still openly talk to other people about him and Rozanne's relationship. He would put flowers on her grave. It's just all so messy. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just all a lot. And he was still a dirtbag, still trying to sleep with anything that moved, still a cheater. So she wised up and left him.
Oh, okay.
She even found out that she was pregnant in 1985 and went to New York with a girlfriend and had an abortion because she couldn't fathom having another baby with Larry.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Did he know later?
Later he knew. Yeah.
Ooh.
6 months later, they give it another shot. I do not know why. I don't know why. But in January 1986, it was officially over.
This is insane.
It's insane.
Okay.
See, Joy officially filed for divorce. Actually, I think Larry formally did it, but it was because of this. Joy's little sister, Liz, who is 11 years younger than her, asked her to go to lunch one day and confessed that her and Larry had been involved for several years.
Oh, no.
Since before Joy and Larry even got married.
What?
Yeah. Can I tell you something? Larry met this girl when she was 5 years old.
I was just about to say.
So all sources, they call it an affair, but this quote relationship started when Liz was a teenager. So this was not an affair. Liz was groomed by a predator when she was a minor, and somehow
do we know
it went
the
on for
age?
Years.
Do we know how old he was?
She's 11 years younger than Joy.
Yeah.
And Joy graduated high school in 1969. Did I say Larry did? He's like 3 years
older.
older.
4 years older.
Yeah.
3 years older.
So we'll call it, it started when she was 15. He's like, he's almost 30.
Yeah. Ew.
Oh.
Okay.
No. Then it also
and it continued though? The whole time. For years.
Years.
That is crazy.
Crazy. This is so batshit. Then it started to all click for Joy. Because the year prior, Liz, her little sister, was marrying a guy named Michael Grocher. When Larry found out about the engagement, he flew into a rage, threatened to beat Grocher's ass, her fiance's ass, and forbid Joy and their son Chris from attending the wedding.
Wow.
So, by the way, need I remind you, him teasing Joy that she had a boyfriend off that jogger gave her his number. But this, he gets very jealous of. It's sick. It is so ass backwards.
Wow. I would love to hear that explanation. I mean, if the whole family hated this guy, this Michael, fine. Then you're like, oh, good. Brother-in-law taking action. Okay, good for you.
Nope. Once you find out why, you're like, oh, you're disgusting.
Yeah. But at the time, I wonder if they're like, wait, why are you so mad? This is good news.
Right.
Oh, I hate this guy.
You met that little girl when she was 5. Ugh.
Ew.
I don't get how the mind works. I really.
It's like not this mind. So thank God. I don't want to. Actually, dude, this is fascinating. But ew, I'm on so many levels. He is such a piece of shit.
Joy is repulsed, and this is her ticket out, which actually worked out because she herself had been having an affair with a man named Jody Packer.
I think I'm good here.
Is speculated to be the very jogger who approached her on that
No,
day.
it is not.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if one day they end up together, and that's why you told me that.
One day ended up together.
Okay.
Not the meet cute I'm looking for, but
whatever.
I mean, he's not a child rapist. His timing's not great, but.
Okay. So far, he's the best one. Aside, I don't know, actually. I don't know what's going on.
Who we're mad at. Okay.
Everyone at this point, a little bit.
That's fine. Except
the Peter Jr. and Rozanne.
You're not mad at the 4-year-old boy?
No. He's so far the best in the story. Poor Rozanne too. Oh God. But the rest, who's behind this? Yeah. What's going on? I have a theory, but I'm not going to say it.
We'll get into it.
Okay.
So Larry, this is the man who was heavily involved with a murder victim. However, there is nothing tying him to Rozanne's murder. There was nothing tying anyone to the murder. Little Peter spent some time in the custody of others while Dr. Peter was being investigated, but due to lack of evidence, he was eventually returned to his dad. A $25,000 reward was offered for information leading to an indictment in Rozanne's murder, but months turned into years, and eventually this went cold. So this is now a cold case, and it ate up Sergeant McGowan. This was his case. He was obsessed with solving it, so much so that his wife called his home office Rozanne's room because when he came home from work, he went straight in there to re-examine everything. His captain and several others were worried about him at one point. Then on June 14th, 1986, so 2.5 years since the murder, Larry and his friend / ex-rodeo performer, Don Kennedy, went out to the Ehlers Ranch in Kaufman County to ride horses. When they were heading back into town, they saw a pickup truck parked in the middle of the road. Assuming the driver stopped to pee, they kind of, slowed down. That's literally what they said. It's taking a leak.
Okay.
So they kind of slowed down and waited for the dude to move. Next thing they knew, Larry's Suburban was riddled with bullet holes.
Oh, shit.
His friend Don was hit in the elbow, and Larry thought he had been shot too, but it turned out just to be shattered glass all over his body. They sped past the truck, and in the rear view mirror, a figure wielding a gun quickly ducked down. They got away, and he immediately called Detective McGowan, determined that it was Joy's father, Henry Davis, behind it.
Oh, wow.
Which I got to say, not an irrational assumption, Larry.
Sure. Definitely could have been.
This man took you under his wing, helped get your company off the ground. He found out that before you married his middle child, you were grooming and raping his youngest child? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say it's a safe assumption that this World War II veteran probably wants to bump you off.
Yes, he does.
Probably wants to
he found out about Liz.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very safe assumption. Okay.
So he told McGowan that this has always been his suspicion, that Henry Davis was the one to kill Rozanne since he was having an affair with her, like Larry was having an affair with her, and now he was trying to have him killed. But McGowan didn't see the connection. He thought Larry and Don probably drove up on like a drug deal or something. Maybe they thought Larry and Don were undercover cops or poachers who would be able to identify them, so they took a shot. Larry called Joy. Yeah, it doesn't seem
big leap when this person's very closely involved with an unsolved murder.
Right.
No, it was probably random. Like, first of all, it's almost never random, but especially in this case, people be getting murdered in this guy's life.
But it's been like dead silent for 2.5 years. It's just, you know.
Okay.
Maybe that guy was trying to protect his lawn. We don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they're a little too close to his property line. But it is Texas. But I really hope Henry Davis would not kill Rozanne to spite this piece of shit, Larry.
We'll see.
Come on.
Larry called Joy to tell her his theory, and she said, what you just said, really, nah, unlikely. But whose wife have you been screwing lately? It was probably that guy. Click, and she hangs right up on him. That's literally what she said.
Yeah.
And no other attempt was ever made on Larry. So it's possible, I don't know, McGowan was right. It was just random.
She's like, no, my dad would have got you.
Yeah, my dad's a good shot.
Yeah, he wouldn't have. You'd be dead, so it's not him.
Oh, actually, I read his obituary, and he used to be a skeet shoot instructor, and never missed a shot. So yeah, actually,
no,
you're right.
Yeah, it wasn't him.
But like, he wouldn't do that anyway. He'll shell out money for.
That's true.
Probably.
I feel bad for Don, the friend. He's the one that got shot. That
I know.
sucks.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit. Anyway.
So 2 more years go by. January 1988, and Joy is now living with that Jody Packer guy. They've been together. And Larry actually got remarried himself. However, according to several people, he was still very obsessed with Joy. Messy, messy stuff right here.
Right.
Okay. I've teased y'all long enough. Let's get into more weird shit. We've circled the airport.
Let's bring her in.
Enough. We're going to circle it more, but let's start to bring this puppy in.
Okay.
So around this time, stuff starts happening. Joy was once in her house and saw a man outside looking over her fence. And when her son, Chris, who's like 18 now, yelled at the guy, he ducked down and ran away out of sight.
Wow. I'm picturing Wilson from Home Improvement. I'm like, maybe he just wanted to give you sound advice.
Maybe he's going to life coach you through it all. Then she started getting threatening letters. Shit like, I'm coming for you. And what's really creepy is that some were signed Roxanne Gailiunas.
That's weird. Yeah. That's weird.
Not Rozanne.
It took me a second. I was like, wait.
Some were signed R. Gailiunas. Oh, sorry, guys. That's so hard for me to say.
That's okay.
Then she found a dead fish inside her mailbox. Bizarre stuff. So Sergeant McGowan told her not to tell anyone while they investigated. But in reality, he really didn't think the murderer would be contacting her. Like at this point, it's been almost 5 years. So this guy, he's essentially gotten away with it. So he'd be an idiot. Yeah. But the fish in the mailbox changes his tune a little bit, because that's like a direct threat. Like, oh, like even the guy looking over the fence. Yeah, you have a nice house. He may be casing it. Yeah. Probably unrelated. Yeah. But the fish in the mailbox, that's targeted. They know where you live, all that. So then Larry calls him frantically, like a couple days later, that he had just gotten home and had a very strange message on his answering machine. He said it was from a woman who had an exaggerated Southern drawl that was very clearly fake. And she said, if you want to know the riddle of Rozanne's death, I have the answer. And he seemed really freaked out. And since this was likely the same person harassing Joy, McGowan offered to tap his phone to trace the next call. But after several weeks, no other calls came in. They determined it was a prank and removed the tap. And then 9 months later, he got another call. This time, the woman was sobbing and said it was a guy named Bill Garland who killed Rozanne, and she was going to be next. Like the caller said, I'm going to be next. Larry's never heard of Bill Garland, but the woman sounded legit. So he goes to Sergeant McGowan, and Larry's new wife heard this woman too and backs it up. She said, her name's Jan. Jan said she was actually frightened by how scared this woman sounded.
Yeah.
So McGowan said next time she called to give this woman his beeper number. And oddly enough, a few days later, she paged him.
Really?
Yeah. This time, there was no Southern drawl, just pure panic. She told him Bill Garland was after her and that he was going to kill her just like that nurse, referring to Rozanne.
Yeah.
while she was talking, McGowan wrote a note to his wife, who was standing right there, to call the police station and have the call traced. After 30 minutes of a very bizarre conversation, McGowan convinced this woman to meet him at a diner at midnight so they could talk in person and he could help her. She agreed, and they decided to go to a 24/7 diner called JoJo's in Dallas. He picked up Detective Mike Corley on the way, and they were certain she was not going to show up.
Yeah.
But to their surprise,
a 30-minute call though.
Yeah, and she legit sounded scared.
Oh yeah.
But to their surprise, in an almost empty parking lot, M pulls a Mercedes.
Okay.
An attractive blonde woman wearing all black gets out and hurries inside. She walks up to them immediately and says, "Are you Sergeant McGowan?" And because they traced the call, he says, "Yes. Are you Carol?"
Oh.
Yeah. She makes a comment. She makes a comment about how he did his homework. And then she asks, "But do you know who else I am?" And he says, "No." And she says, "I'm Joy Ayler's sister."
What?
And she's the person you're after.
I knew it.
You did.
Kind of.
Oh my God.
First of all, I thought walking in would be Joy, but I had a feeling Joy was behind us. Okay.
It gets so messy.
Wow. But so is Carol actually Liz, or she has another sister?
No, she has an older sister, Carol. This is actually Carol.
Okay.
And it's about each sentence is nuttier than the last.
Okay. Well, who the hell is Bill Garland?
Okay.
William.
Well, first, let me tell you about Carol a little bit.
Oh, sure.
Well, Carol and Joy, they have never been really close.
And never say
really gotten along.
Is implicating the other in a murder.
Right.
So you don't say.
Carol's the one who got the big wedding and went to SMU.
Oh.
Carol is a self-proclaimed black sheep of the family and has been estranged from them for years. But after Joy found out about Larry and their little sister, Liz, Joy reconnected with Carol.
To talk shit.
Yeah. And they had a long conversation.
Liz is a victim. That is so funny.
No,
anyway.
Liz is definitely a victim.
Okay.
Apparently, Carol tried to tell Joy years ago that she thought something was going on between Liz and Larry, and Joy didn't believe her.
Oh my God.
Part of the reason they didn't get along. But Joy is now reconnected with her to apologize for that. And now it all made sense as to why Carol always hated Larry. And Carol says, yeah, still do. Cannot stand him. And that makes Joy feel comfortable sharing her plan to have him killed.
Oh, God. She was like, okay, well, I thought we were just going to talk shit about him.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Planning his murder.
I wish I could unknow it. Yeah.
And Joy tells Carol that she already knew someone who could do it for $3,000. At first, Carol told her this was crazy, but Joy revealed that it was actually Larry who killed Rozanne.
Oh.
So Carol's all, oh, wait a minute, a child molester and a murderer? Okay, take him out. Great idea. What do I care?
Yeah, let's call Dad.
Right. And she even agrees, Carol does, agrees to be the go-between to drop off the money for the hit. Joy had been in contact with a guy named Bill Garland, but she's never actually met him. It's a friend of a friend type of thing. She's never met him. They spoke on the phone. So to put even more distance between her and this hitman, she has Carol go, be the one to drop off the money.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
It's just like, that's not much distance between you and the hitman. It's your sister.
But estranged sister. No one knows they get along. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty easy to put it together who might be behind it. And diabolical. Okay, so your sister's definitely going to be in trouble too. I don't believe that this Bill Garland is legit, because $3,000 for a hit is insanely low.
Insanely low.
Big red flag. If it's affordable,
Wow, you'll be surprised then, because this is Oh, okay.
Okay. It's not a cop. I was assuming.
No. And people have done it for much less. People in my story could do it for much less.
Okay. This is too much. Okay, great.
It gets too much. Okay, let's go on this wild ride together. So, where we are is Carol agrees to be the go-between and drops off the money to Bill Garland. And unbeknownst to Joy, Carol and Bill fell madly in love.
Oh my God.
That's just a lot.
This is Dallas, right? Is that right? Was Dallas this dramatic? Was it like soap opera like this?
The show?
That's Dallas. Yeah. Is that right?
I don't know. Why do I always think, isn't it a cop show?
I don't. Someone's going to tell us, y'all. We don't know.
That was a little before our time. Come on.
Come on. Give us a break.
They start dating, Carol and Bill do, after this money exchange. Then they got married and didn't tell Joy.
What?
As of this meeting with police, Carol has been married to Bill for 2 years and Joy does not know.
Are you serious?
This is ridiculous.
How the hell do they know this guy?
Right.
A friend of a friend.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get there. So McGowan and Corley are like, well, wait. So Bill Garland is the one who tried to shoot Larry, because really they're only talking about Larry right now. So Bill Garland's the one who tried to shoot Larry at the farm that day. And she said, well, no, he was hired to do the job, but he actually ditched that plan and outsourced the job to two brothers, Buster and Gary Matthews.
That 3,000 is going to go real quick.
Dwindling fast.
With you looping other people in.
Uh-huh.
You're going to get away with $100 for this.
So Bill gave them a portion of the $3,000, but obviously it was a failed attempt. And Bill and Joy never spoke again. Or maybe he never took her call again. I have no idea, but that's it. You tried to kill Larry, didn't work. I guess we'll just call this one a mess.
Wow.
Swinging a mess.
By the way, I've been married to your sister for 2 years, but that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. You're actually my sister-in-law.
All right.
Joy.
And you're having me kill my brother-in-law, technically. So
that's crazy. Good God.
Within these 2 years of marriage, Bill had become extremely abusive to Carol, and it was getting worse by the day.
Oh, man.
Her fear of him peaked only recently when he put a gun to her head and revealed that he was the one who killed Rozanne Gailiunas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Joy was just throwing that in there so she wouldn't feel so bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Joy's a master.
She really is. Diabolical.
Right. And Bill tells Carol, and it was at the request of your own sister, Joy. Larry had nothing to do with it. So here's the situation Carol's in. Joy got her involved by saying Larry killed Rozanne, but it was actually her own husband who did it, and he was hired by her sister, who was the mastermind behind all of it.
Good God.
So Sergeant McGowan's like, whoa, Miss Lippy. We are far more interested in Bill Garland's involvement in Rozanne's murder. No offense, Larry. But your attempted murder
it's secondary for this one.
We're going to put that on the back burner for now.
Yeah.
And they asked her to clarify, like Bill said the words, I killed Rozanne. And she said, actually, he said, we killed her.
Ooh.
Oh, brother.
Oh, man.
So here's how it went down. And I'm not going to drag this out on how they found all these people, but oh my God. But back in 1983, so this is like 5 years prior, almost 5, Joy first asked a guy named Carl Noska, who makes custom shutters in Dallas and had done work for her before. She had approached him for the hit.
Okay.
Which always baffles me how one approaches the subject of murder for hire.
Right.
It's just, hey, you seem like a guy who would kill.
Yeah. Or know someone. It is.
So rude.
What's giving that impression?
Right. Well, Carl said, no, I'm not up for that. But he did put her in touch with a guy, Bill Garland. Bill had been in jail for assault before and I guess wanted to take it up a notch. So he agreed.
Wow.
Bill was paid $5,000 to kill Rozanne. He took $2,000 of it and gave the remaining $3,000 to a man named Brian Kriefel.
Oh my God. This is the.
Brian didn't want to actually do the killing himself either, but he knew a guy named Andy Hopper who might be up for the challenge. And he was. So Brian split the remaining $3,000 with Andy, who actually carried out the murder, all for $1,500.
God.
And we will come back to Andy Hopper, but let me finish Carol's interview first.
Okay.
So Joy was pleased with Bill Garland's work facilitating this. So pleased, in fact, that she sent him an extra $500 for the good work and a thank you card.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. One of those Hallmark pre-filled ones.
Yeah. Thanks for the murder. And then it just kind of tapers off so no one knows.
Right. Yeah. Roses are red. My soul is black.
Yeah.
Thanks for the hit. There's no going back.
And I'm sorry, she's happy with him, how he facilitated it. He looped in even more people. You are insane.
You're insane. Y'all love involving people in y'all's shit.
Oh my God.
So that worked out for her. Great hit. Flawless. Wow.
Sad. The kid's home, bitch.
Yeah, you dumb bitch. Then, almost 3 years later, she rehired Bill for Larry's murder. He again outsourced the job to people, a guy named Joe Thompson, I think, and then he outsourced it, and it ended up in the hands of two brothers, Gary and Buster Matthews.
Totally new people.
Totally new people. New murder, new people.
Oh my God.
New murder, new faces. And these two Nimrods, just got shithoused, shot, but missed. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Missing every which way.
Yeah.
God. A complete botch job. No thank you cards for them.
No. Jesus.
Yeah. So it was around January 1988 when that weird shit started happening to Joy. She started getting threatening letters signed Rozanne. Now that the cat's out of the bag about what a piece of shit Joy is, I can tell you that a lot of these threatening letters were essentially saying, pay me or I'll tell cops your secret.
Oh, they were from Bill. Or from one of the
okay. There's 17 people involved, so who knows?
Really? But I was thinking she was doing it to herself to try to throw the cops off. Oh, those were like legit.
No, these are legit.
You should be scared. That fish in your mailbox, for real.
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah,
like a little extortion.
Yeah.
Little blackmail.
Little good.
So she's convinced it's the very first guy she approached about this, the one who put her in touch with Bill Garland, Carl Noska. She calls Bill with her suspicions and actually says, like, Carl will need to die immediately.
Okay.
And Bill's like, whoa, all right, wait, loony. I don't think he would do that, but let me look into it. Let me see what I can find out. A few days later, Bill gets drinks with Carl and calls Joy and says he is 100% not the blackmailer. So Joy's freaking out and is like, we got to find out who it is, please. So Bill does some digging, and it turns out the person behind the letters is the girlfriend of one of the men they approached to carry out the hit. This guy turned down the job, but told his girlfriend about it.
Yeah.
That guy was now dead. So the girlfriend was like, hey, I have no reason to keep this secret anymore, Miss fucking Silver Spoon.
You're nailing it.
I know.
You're nailing it.
Nepo baby.
Nepo?
No. Yes. Her dad, they funded their company. They are successful because of Joy's company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Nepo
right.
baby.
Right. I forgot she's an interior designer.
Yeah. So it's coming from this girl, and she finds it a good opportunity to get a little hush money.
Yeah, really.
She needs a payout. Joy obviously wants to have her killed. So Bill finds someone willing to take this woman out, but that guy wanted $25,000. Joy freaks out and tells Bill that, he needs to split it with her because the letters mention his name too. This broad is apparently threatening to, take Bill out too. So you need to fork up half of the $25,000 so we can have her killed together. Like, you need to split it with me because these letters mention you too.
Yeah.
And Bill
did? They did? Oh, okay.
And she like sends them to him. But like Joy sends Bill like the letters.
Yeah.
But Bill actually knows this is bullshit because it is him behind the letters.
Oh my God. So, I was going to say, it's so weird. She keeps going to Bill, the main one involved, like assuming he's not the one doing it. He's like, oh no, I figured it out. It was this one guy, but he died. But his girlfriend is still real pissed and like wants some money. Of course it's Bill.
It's Bill. God. There's no girlfriend. There's no dead guy.
There's no 25 grand demand. There's nothing.
So when Joy sends Bill the letters being like, look, they're naming you too. Bill puts on his, best Oscar-winning actor face and is like, oh my God, I cannot believe they're listing me too. They're threatening my life, knowing good and well that Joy obviously wrote those letters herself because Bill's behind the rest of them.
He's like, I didn't write that.
So he's like, oh my God, no. So he puts up a fight and then says, fine, I'll fork up half. Just give me the $12,500 and I'll have her killed. So joke's on her because she paid $12,500 for a hit of a person who didn't exist.
Great.
Bill's happy. He just got 12 grand richer and didn't have to kill anyone. Mm-hmm. And the letter stopped. So Joy's happy, thinking that this woman was offed.
Yeah.
Whew. After this, Joy was so pleased with the way things are going for her in life that she gives Bill a list of 5 people to kill and asks if there would be some sort of discount.
What?
She is
with this bitch. She wanted
for a bulk discount.
Yeah. She is. What is with this bitch?
Carol didn't know who was on the list and nothing ever came from it, but it's just a hilarious sidebar.
You have a lot of problems with a lot of people, and I got to tell you, there's a common denominator, and it's
I think you need to look in the mirror, find your perpetrator.
Yeah. Wow. She's getting real cocky is the thing.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
So this entire story is according to Carol, who by all accounts seems off her rocker.
Okay.
On top of being an ass backwards story she's telling detectives, she keeps mentioning the $25,000 reward they put up for Rozanne's murder a few years back. Yeah, they put up the $25K for information leading to an arrest, and she keeps asking about it. Like, I get that, right?
Yeah. Okay.
She brings it up like every third sentence, and they tell her, like, slow your roll. They need to look into a few things and verify them first. And the moment she's out that door, Corley and McGowan look at each other and they're like, bullshit. We just wasted so much of our time.
Yeah.
There is no way that bitch is telling the truth. And before getting back to work, getting back to other cases, she pops her head back in and says, oh, I forgot to tell you one other thing we did to scare Joy. It was Bill's idea, but we put a dead fish in her mailbox. And she walks out again. And remember, they told Joy not to tell anyone about that, and she didn't.
Yeah.
So no one would know that.
Wow. But also, Carol, you said so you're doing this too. I thought she was there really just to tell on her sister and her abusive husband. But she kind of just implicated herself.
Yeah. At this point, she is now just scared for her life.
Yeah. Okay.
Bill needed money in the previous October and decided to fuck with Joy to get some money. And she helped.
Okay.
She now says she was coerced by it. He was very abusive, made her do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
McGowan and Corley are left completely speechless that she knew that. She left them sitting there in complete silence. Corley said it literally felt like the Twilight Zone. Like, holy shit. It does. This chick might be telling the truth. So they decide to check on something else she said just to verify. So while discussing the blackmail against Joy, Carol mentioned that she and Bill rented a P.O. box in the name of Rozanne Gailiunas.
Oh.
So McGowan and Corley go to said drop box and ask the owner to describe Rozanne, and he described Carol to a T. But said,
oh God, what? Oh God.
But said she always came in with Band-Aids all over her face that seemed to be a disguise.
What?
He said He could tell there were no scratches or bruising under them, so he just assumed she was trying to cover her face. So like Band-Aids everywhere.
Oh my God. Because that would distract
ridiculous.
You. Exactly. But if I saw that, I would be like, I don't know what color eyes. I don't know what color hair. I have no idea. I was just baffled by the amount of Band-Aids on her face. But do we know that that's a disguise? Because I'm also in the back of my head, I'm like, she was also being abused a lot. Like what are we talking about?
But you can tell when like there's redness.
Yeah, it was
coming from under the Band-Aid.
Okay.
It was too many and they were perfectly placed. No, it wasn't.
No, it was an actual disguise. How inconspicuous.
And I think you're drawing far more attention to yourself than you would be walking normal. This dude probably would have been like, I don't know what she looks like. A lot of people walking here. But no, this chick, I remember Band-Aid mask lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember her every day.
Uh-huh. Wow.
So they bring Bill Garland in. And he actually backs up everything Carol said. But he didn't know if Andy Hopper actually killed Rozanne or if he too pawned it off on someone else. He has no idea.
What the hell?
This is insane. Because of these confessions, police arrested Bill Garland and Carol for conspiracy to commit murder. And this would be the first...
25 grand for you, Carol.
No. I know. God, she really harps on it too.
Yeah.
It's really great that it's cute that
Although,
she thinks she's going to get that.
She didn't do the murder. If she did harass her sister and partake and she knew for a little while, but it sounds like without this diner meeting, maybe this would have gone a little bit longer, but I don't know. There's 1,800 people involved. Someone would have broken the silence at some point,
think
right?
Had Carol not been the go-between, I think she would have gotten the 25 grand. That involvement is pretty bad. You can't do
that's really bad. You're right. You're right.
That lands you some jail time.
For
just
sure.
a matter of that.
I kind of forgot that she delivered the money. Like she was the go-between for that. I was thinking she was out of the loop on the murder and the loop on like harassing her and being like, okay.
Right.
I figured it out after.
Yeah. Had it just been that, I'd be like, give her the money. She was intimidated. She's being abused. Yeah.
Yeah. I see. Okay.
Agreeing to be the go-between even before meeting her abusive husband. I'm like, ooh, can't do
that ain't good.
So their arrest would be the first domino that led to the arrest of several people. I believe 8 total.
Mm-hmm.
They first wanted to start with the mastermind, Joy. So Carol agreed to wear a wire while having lunch with Joy. And it was during this lunch that Carol told Joy that she and Bill got married a couple years back.
Wow.
She was so shocked. Like the cops are listening on the other end, and so it was just silent. She was so shocked. Carol said it looked like someone physically struck her.
Wow.
But some of that was probably an oh shit moment because we later found out that one of those 5 people Joy wanted Bill to kill was Carol.
No.
Yeah, the list of 5 people that Joy wanted for a discount. Carol was on it.
Wow.
So she's probably freaking out like, oh, fuck.
So you know.
Congratulations.
So you know that I enlisted your husband
to
kill you. Do you know that part? This bitch is diabolical. First of all, you wanted her involved just as the go-between to distance yourself.
Now she knows too much.
She knows everything, and you're trying to kill everyone in your life.
I know.
There's no distance between you and anyone at this point.
And she's one of those cases of like, where did it go wrong? She had a great upbringing. She was the child favorite, apparently.
Wow.
Just like a very normal, what happened there?
She got so cocky with this. This is insane. Okay.
So the audio from that wiretap, from that lunch that Carol and Joy had, was so garbled by background noise that Carol had to do the whole thing again, this time in a hotel room. And she got everything they needed, and police arrested Joy Ayler in April 1988.
Wow.
She refused to say anything, and with the help of her attorney, was released shortly after on a $150,000 bond, which is a drop in the bucket for her.
Yeah.
With Joy refusing to talk, police next zeroed in on the last known person to accept money for killing Rozanne, Andy Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Andy is another example of what happened. Where did it go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Andy Hopper was born in Houston, Texas, to very doting parents. Growing up, he wanted to be a preacher. In high school, he played on the golf team, was a part of the Thespian Society, and was runner-up for his class's Most Handsome Boy award.
Ouch, runner-up, huh?
Yeah. If you're not first, you're last.
That sucks. Why are we having runner-up? How about
what are we doing?
We're already voting on the most attractive teenager in the class.
Right.
Do we have to put people in place? Like we have to rank now?
No.
Can we not? That's the breaks, Andy. Sorry. Second.
Okay. And they ranked to all of them? Who got last?
Yeah, let's keep it going.
In 1974, 18-year-old Andy enrolled in Southwest Bible College. During his freshman year, he started dating a fellow freshman, Becky Thompson. They fell madly in love, and a year later, they got married. He was 19, she was 18. Andy and Becky both grew up pretty sheltered and wanted to experience the world. So after their wedding, they both dropped out of college and moved.
Wow. Okay.
Just reading this sentence, I'm like, they wanted to see the world. So they dropped out of college and moved to Dallas.
Wow. What was that like? I hope they journaled it. From the big city to the other big city in the same state. Wow.
What a culture shock.
And you know, Texas listeners probably are like, no, they are so different. No, I know. Yeah, we know.
I know.
No, if you want to explore the world, you go from Houston to Dallas.
I cannot believe I didn't realize that when I was writing it out. Oh my God, that is so funny. That is such a dumb move.
Save San Antonio for a later date.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Maybe you retire there. So Andy got a job at an upscale shoe store. God, I love that interaction.
That is real fun.
So Andy got a job at an upscale shoe store, and Becky became a trad wife. Just call it what it is.
Okay.
But Andy quickly got bored, I guess, of Dallas, moved back to Houston, where he worked.
He's done with seeing the world.
He's done. That's it. Here, we're back.
Yeah.
And he got a job as a car appraiser. Like, you know, he'll go see a car, tell you how much it's worth. His father and uncle worked at the car dealership, so that's how he got connected there. Soon after that, a Ford dealership downtown hired him to be the city's youngest manager at just 21 years old. In the spring of 1976, a 23-year-old named Frances Ferguson, who managed an apartment complex near the dealership where he worked, she was cleaning one of the vacant units in the apartment building while her toddler was asleep in the living room. She turned around and noticed a man, who was later identified to be Andy, appear in the doorway. She asked if he needed help, and he said nothing, just smiled, then unzipped his pants and exposed himself to her.
What?
What the fuck? She grabbed her toddler and blew past him and locked herself in the office. Through the window, she could see him kind of like laugh it off, shrug to himself, and casually walk off. And her fear turned to fury.
Yeah. Oh,
She said, fuck this. And she grabbed her pistol from her drawer.
Oh my God.
And marched right up to him. Now, his car actually wouldn't start. So it bought her some time. She went straight up to his window, held the gun in his face, and said, I dare you to do that again.
Oh, yeah. Hell.
And he just stood up and ran off like a little bitch.
I love that he did that disgusting, heinous act, gets in his car all smug, shrugging to himself, laughing, and it doesn't start.
Wouldn't start.
Pistol to the dick, and you say, pull it out again. Pull it out again. No, do it again. I want to see it. I want to see it.
I didn't get a good look.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh my God, what a piece of shit. What a badass. I love her.
I know.
The star of the show.
And karma comes in the way of faulty wiring of, you know, whatever.
Your shit battery or whatever the hell went wrong.
Police traced his car's registration because, you know, he had to leave it.
Then she calls a tow company. It's like, this piece of shit car is parked illegally, and I don't like it.
License plate, blah, blah, blah. We're going to find you in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But oddly, they didn't arrest him. Instead, they charged him with a Class C misdemeanor for criminal trespassing, not the exposure incident, and he paid a $100 fine.
Okay.
It is the 80s, so there's that. But
well, I don't care. I've had it.
No, this wasn't even the 80s. This is 76.
Well, this is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. So 4 months after this incident, this exposure incident, Becky gave birth to a little girl named Jenny. And as time went on, they drifted away from that wholesome life and they started drinking. They had never drank before.
This is Becky? This is the
Becky
and the baddie
Andy.
and Becky and
Andy.
Sorry. I was thinking the moms who pulled out the pistol was Becky. I was like, wait, now we're talking about her?
That's Francis. That was just his first run-in with the law.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
No, Becky is Andy's wife, and she gives birth to a little girl. And up until this point, they've never drank alcohol, smoked cigarette, anything. But oddly enough, after she gave birth to little Jenny, they drifted away from this wholesome lifestyle, and they started drinking. Then they dabbled in weed a little bit, and then started smoking meth.
What?
A real one. It's what? It's just so bizarre that this came after having a child.
Yeah.
Seems so responsible in their kidless years, except, of course, Andy whipping his dick out to strangers.
Right.
But they just had such a strong moral compass to not give in to peer pressures that came with high school, like drinking, doing drugs, whatever, as teenagers. Then they got married, had a baby, and thought, I think now's a good time to try meth for the first time.
Right. A little. Yeah. At first I was like, kids are stressful. Like they
for drinking.
Start drinking. Maybe a little bit of weed, but wow,
yeah, sure.
you really turned up the notch.
Wow.
There.
Meth.
Okay.
Turned into angel dust, cocaine. I'm like,
wow. He was morally fucked from the jump with that story before. So I don't know. This is weird.
Along with that,
who are these people? Where did you find these people?
Oh, you know the line.
Yeah.
Joy went to Carl, who went to Bill, who went to Brian.
No, I'm talking about you.
Andy.
Where did you find this story?
Some Reddit thread that people were like, what's a true, and it's deleted now, but it was like, what's a true crime that is like always stayed with you or whatever.
Yeah, there's always.
And I saw someone's comments like, not many podcasts cover it, but the murder of Rozanne Gailiunas had me say, holy shit, oh my God, or wait, what, at least 5 times. I was like, okay, see? It was like our MO.
Excuse me, are you
like,
a
excuse
listener?
me?
Wow, it's insane.
Yeah. So along with the newfound drug use, Andy started cheating on Becky pretty often. And it was always, here's a weird one, it was always with one of her friends.
Okay.
Extra dick move.
I have no doubt.
He also had affairs with his own friends' wives.
Okay.
This is a fetish I want no part of.
Mm-hmm.
So one of these girlfriends being his best friend's wife that started shortly after they got married. And here's another one for you. Once, Andy's friend, Randy,
oh God, here we go,
confided in him that his girlfriend, Debbie, wasn't interested in sleeping with either him or men. Like he was questioning her sexuality or if she was asexual or something.
Yeah.
So Andy bet his pal $10 that he could get Debbie in bed. And he did it.
Are you serious?
He slept with Debbie.
Okay.
It's just, I'm like,
what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
In case you're wondering, Randy did not pay him the $10.
Yeah. Well, did Randy take this bet? No.
You know,
right?
It's probably one of those things like, yeah, okay, sure.
Wow.
Anyway, so Becky had their second daughter and in 1983 wised up and stopped smoking meth and asked Andy to like, stop smoking that meth.
It's not unreasonable.
No, it's not. But Andy was getting deeper into it.
Yeah.
To the outside world, he was still a stand-up guy working as an insurance adjuster, insurance appraiser for cars with a salary of $40,000 a year, which is about $160K today.
Gosh.
But it was all going to drugs.
Yeah.
In September of that year, 1983, Brian Kriefel, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Brian Kriefel approached Andy asking if he knew someone who wanted to make some money tax-free. Andy needed money. So he accepted an envelope with Rozanne's information and half of the $1,500. So he actually, as a down payment, got $750. Brian gave him, Brian had the $3,000. He was going to split it with Andy for murdering Rozanne. But as a deposit gives him $750. And spoiler, he never gets the second half. So honestly, he did this for $750.
And you were really strapped for cash. You're really in it.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
That is oof. Good God.
I know.
This has taken such a turn.
Such a turn. Andy sat on it for a few weeks. Like, he accepted it, but like kind of sat on it for a few weeks. He didn't really want to kill Rozanne, but when he used some of the cash to buy meth, he felt now he had no choice. It's so dark. I'm like, God,
this is a very scary story, actually, on so many levels.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Rozanne.
Oh, no. After his taste for blood, he started being very violent and abusive towards Becky, and his addiction to meth, angel dust, and cocaine grew.
God.
And we will get to how the day plays out, what Andy did
to
Rozanne. But give me a second. I have a process.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts, now becoming very violent towards his high school sweetheart, who, God, they grew so wholesome together and then just apart.
Well, they were so sheltered. I mean, I bet there's more to this, but that is, okay.
Right.
This is dark.
Yeah. They both came from very religious families. Not that would gear you towards,
not necessarily
drugs necessarily, but depending on how extreme they were, who knows. But very sheltered, dabbled, and now
all in.
So sad, actually.
That is sad.
So Andy was always with his degenerate friends or one of his several girlfriends. But when Becky looked at their bank account and saw that both the checking and savings were drained, she knew he likely wasn't coming back.
Yeah.
That asshole left her and their kids without even so much as a gas card.
Jesus.
Fuck you.
What a piece of shit.
It really, honestly, it seems like no one in this story prioritizes their kids, is what it seems like.
Yeah. No, they don't. Wow.
So when police came knocking on her door, Becky genuinely had no idea where he was. And I don't think they told her why they were looking for him. She probably assumed drugs, but she was completely devastated. I mean, again, this is her high school sweetheart who completely just screwed her over.
Yeah.
So her good friend, Linda Whitaker, stayed with her. They had a garage sale to help her make some money. Then Becky and her girls moved in with Becky's parents.
Okay. Well, at least I'm glad he's gone, Becky. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you're better off.
Better off.
Yeah, you're better off. You have 2 kids and police are looking for your husband to talk to him about a potential murder. You're better off.
You're good.
But Andy's nowhere to be found. So they're looking for him. Can't find him. Then McGowan gets a call from someone with a lead into where Andy was. This was his girlfriend, Linda Whitaker. The same fucking friend.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yes, what a bitch.
The same Becky's friend who did the garage sale.
Yeah, the garage sale. Stayed with her for a few days. I mean,
how is this guy, this low-life piece of shit, charming literally the pants off except the girl with the pistol, that baddie.
Francis ain't taking it.
Francis is not taking it. Wow. So Linda calls and narcs him out. At least Linda comes forward, I guess.
Yeah.
We are done. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty impressed with myself with how I'm following along.
You are.
You're
doing great.
Thank you.
It's so convoluted. I know. But am I telling it well? Can you keep up? You seem to be doing very well.
I know. It's because I was going to say a testament to you're telling it well, I guess, because I'm not getting confused.
I was trying to get real creative. I'm like, oh my God.
You can't.
I want to whatever. But this is so batshit. I'm like, chronological is
and there's
best way to keep it straight. And it's batshit on its own.
100 names. I can't do it.
I know.
Don't get crazy now.
But don't remember. I mean, all you need to know are those main 4, the 2 couples, really. But and Andy. But okay, let's move on. So Andy caught wind of the police wanting to talk to him for this murder. So in August 1988, Linda drove him in his car to Oklahoma and dropped him off on the side of the road. Then she drove the car back to Dallas, abandoned it in some shopping center, then pretended to be Becky's loving friend and confidant. She told McGowan that she and Andy were in love. Girl, he doesn't give a shit about you.
No.
But she felt really guilty about screwing over Becky. I'm like, and her kids, but that's okay. She felt really guilty over that and decided to come clean.
Wow. Well, you're screwing yourself over too. You're actually doing Becky a favor. And the kids. This guy sucks. You suck. Everyone sucks.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
When McGowan told Linda why they were looking for Andy, like, it's not some stupid drug charge, it's a murder investigation. She did not know that. She agreed to help. Okay. So now she's in it. A few weeks later, Andy calls Linda from Boise, Idaho. So McGowan called Boise police, and he and Linda flew right up there to trap him.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. The plan was for Linda and Andy to meet at the airport, then go to a Holiday Inn near there, which Boise police had bugged. There's a room they were going to bug it. That's going to be great. The moment that plane lands, I guess Idaho is a one-party state where one person can be aware of the recording.
Yeah.
Okay, so the moment the plane lands, McGowan and Linda become strangers. Linda walks several feet ahead of him and sees Andy, runs up to him, hugs him, kisses him. McGowan hangs back watching, giving them more than enough distance. And once they walk out of the airport, he picks up the pace so he doesn't lose sight of them. As he's walking out the door, a stranger wearing jeans and a cowboy hat stepped to his side and whispered, "Are you a cop?" McGowan says, "Yup." And the cowboy says, "Okay, my car's out front. Your boy's riding a motorcycle."
Oh, this Boise PD?
This Boise police officer tells McGowan they have everything set up and ready to go. Hotel staff is on notice. Everything is working out. Until Andy, out of nowhere, pulls into the hotel across the street.
Oh.
Linda said, like, "Hey, wait, I made a reservation at the Holiday Inn." And he said, "Well, I made a reservation here and I already paid for it. So no."
Oh, he's on to her.
Oh, he likes that one better, he says. The cops have to wait in the parking lot until they leave for dinner. They go to a Denny's nearby, and the Boise cop McGowan is with is replaced with a woman officer so that she could follow Linda in the bathroom.
Oh. Okay.
I love shit like this.
I know. This is okay.
This is where it gets exciting.
And Linda obviously doesn't know she's around. I'm like debating if Linda's in on it still.
No, Linda sees at least McGowan and a woman. So it's like she assumes that's the cop.
Okay.
McGowan and this officer sit in a booth near Andy and Linda. And as scheduled, Linda goes to the bathroom. Because it was said, like, if you ever have a question at the restaurant or something, go into the bathroom or something, you know. So she goes in the bathroom. And the woman cop goes in after her, and Linda is freaking out about how to get Andy to move hotels. Yeah. She said, because the cop's like, you have to try. You have to get him to move. Say the bed sucks.
No. Y'all aren't at the hotel now. Y'all go bug it. Hurry. We're in this room. Bug the new one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they should have, huh? I bet it takes a lot more.
I know, especially back then, but still, come on.
And I bet, like, with it being a different hotel, probably different franchise, they probably have to get, hotel authorization. Like, this is what we're doing, the whole thing. We're going to put cameras. It's going to take a lot longer than a dinner.
At Denny's,
At Denny's. Linda tells the cop that she's been trying to convince him, but he says he would lose money and she's scared and all these things. So the cop hands her a tampon and says, "This is wired. If you really can't get him to go into the new hotel room, here's a tampon that will help. Just act natural and wear it behind your ear."
You could be holding it in your hand and he's gonna be like, "Gross, I want to know nothing about that." Like,
you're on your fucking period?
That's funny. Just pretend you're smoking it like a cigarette. He won't know the difference.
Just ask him to hold it for you. Anyway.
Yeah. Like, hell no.
So she's like, if you really can't, or if he's like starting to get fishy, here's a wired tampon, done, whatever, but it's not the best. So you really got to push.
Yeah.
Luckily, Linda does start bitching again about the conditions of the room and how disgusting they are, and convinces Andy to go to the Holiday Inn the next morning. So now cops are in place. They're listening. They're watching. They're whatever. And all they hear is Linda and Andy having sex in the bugged hotel room. Linda brings up the murder, and Andy blasts the volume on the TV to answer her. She turns it down and eventually gets him talking about it. And when Linda asks, like, how could you have killed her? He said he didn't. He took the money, but he didn't actually kill her.
What?
Ugh. So without an admission and enough to arrest him, McGowan and Linda flew back to Dallas solo. But here's the thing: what Linda did not tell McGowan was that she actually told Andy the cops were watching them. Damn it, Linda.
Linda, what?
She felt guilty.
So, okay. You felt guilty for your friend that you screwed over. You felt, I mean, like, get it together. Do what's right. You fucked up, Linda. Okay, now I'm annoyed of you. When did she do that?
Forever.
When did she do that, though?
On the way to the airport. So really what it was but she said, like, they've been watching us all weekend. You need to get rid of your motorcycle and go somewhere else.
Okay, so she does not have the tampon with her when she's going back to the airport. Okay.
Nope. But he did actually say, like, when he did not know he was being recorded, he did say, like, I didn't kill her. It was someone else. So not what McGowan wanted to hear, because he was like, motherfucker. But he did. I think he implicated that Brian guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, at least I know who he is. All right. So the moment they leave, McGowan and Linda, they get on the plane, they go back to Dallas. Andy flees to North Dakota, where a friend wired him money. Overall, I'm not going to drag this out either. Overall, his travels took him to Nevada, New Mexico, Idaho, Oregon, and the Dakotas, both of them. And he used 3 different aliases. In December, Andy returned to Dallas and contacted Linda, wanting to see her. At this point, Linda's dating someone else. She's over Andy. Wants nothing to do with them. So she'll help police, and this time won't tell Andy shit. Promise.
Do they know that she told him?
I don't think so.
Okay. I would assume not if they get her help again.
Right. While she was at the police station where McGowan was outlining the plan, Detective McKenzie was stationed outside of Linda's house in case Andy made an unexpected visit. The sun's going down and it's getting dark, and sure enough, up walks a man in a hoodie, sweatshirt, and jeans with hands in his pockets, head on a swivel. And he knocks on Linda's door, sees that she's not home because she is actively at the police station. And so he starts walking towards the park nearby. Mackenzie follows him and kind of lost him on the path he was going. So he drives around to the other side of the park and waits for him to come out of the other side of the pathway.
Yeah.
And suddenly, in his rearview mirror, he sees him walking right behind his car.
Oh my God, I knew it.
He turns off his radio. Like, his car is already off at this point because he turns it off every time he stops, so he's not suspicious. But he turns off his radio and slams his body across the front seat, hoping Andy doesn't see him.
Oh God.
But while he's laying there, Andy comes up to the driver's side.
Oh God.
His driver's side window. He peeks in and then just fucking runs.
Oh shit.
Mackenzie jolts up and swings that car door open and goes after him. And let me tell you something. For a junkie, Andy's pretty athletic.
Yeah.
The man can run. And Mackenzie's athletic too, but once Andy ran between 2 fences and cleared a privacy fence.
Oh my God.
Mackenzie knew he was no match for him.
Yeah.
He hauled ass back to his patrol car, and before even reaching it, FBI agents, helicopters, Richardson and Garland, Texas patrolmen were out there everywhere looking for him. Earlier in the day, Andy had somehow gotten in touch with Linda and told her to go to a certain payphone during a certain time and wait for his call. I'm not clear on those details, how he got in contact, whatever.
Yeah.
The phone company was alerted, ready to trace the call. Around 2 p.m., he called and told Linda, like, "Hey, baby, I love you. I want to see you." She ignores this sentiment and simply asks if he was really in town. He said, yeah, but he had to be careful, and that he would call her back at that payphone, that same payphone at 6 p.m. and hung up. The phone company's operator couldn't get an exact location because the call was too short, but she was able to see that it came from the Pleasant Grove area. they would have to wait 4 more hours before they could try to trace the call again.
Mm-hmm.
So they have cops everywhere. Garland PD is at the park to see if Andy comes back because some of his shit dropped out of the backpack, and the cops are like, leave it. Don't pick it up. Let's see if he comes back. Some cops were at Linda's house, and the rest were hiding near Linda while she waits at that payphone.
Yeah.
I think it's a shopping center or something.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Andy is at his friend Merle's house, a high school friend who hasn't seen this dude in years.
Oh, God. He's like, what happened, bro?
Merle is a woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Merle's a woman, and she just gets a knock on her door. She has a roommate. They get a knock on their door, and here's
this guy.
She hasn't seen in years, just intruding on their personal space.
Oh.
They've heard nothing about him being on the run or any of that. So he fills them in, but says, again, he hired someone else to do the job. He didn't do it himself. And they're
like, please do not loop us into this.
Right.
Get the hell out.
And especially her roommate was like extremely uncomfortable. She's like, I don't know this guy for shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they tell him, okay, you can stay for one night and then get the fuck out of here.
What?
I know.
Y'all.
Oof.
What town are we in? What is this?
We're
cesspool?
We're in the Pleasant Grove area.
Okay. This is what?
Linda takes position at the payphone, and promptly at 6, it rings. She answers, and the moment it hits that 15-second mark or whatever, Sergeant McGowan hears one of the FBI agents yell, "We got it! 331 James Street, Pleasant Grove!"
Oh my God, it's this girl's house.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Poor Merle has no idea what's going on.
Merle. You're like, whoa, I shouldn't have said yes to that.
So they get to Merle's. Oh my God.
Like,
poor bastards.
Mean.
They knock on the door and they ask Merle and her roommate, Rebecca, if anyone else was in the house. They looked visibly scared and said no. So the officers asked if they could come in and look. The woman quickly moved to the side porch, and cops slowly make their way room to room, clearing each one. Then McGowan gets to one and the lights are out. It's completely dark. He pushes it open and sees a big-ass fish tank, like illuminating the whole room, lighting up the whole room, but nothing else. It's like the fish tank's the victim. He lit up the room.
Oh, my God. I thought you were going to say he squeezed his dumbass into that thing. Tried to hide.
An aquarium?
I don't know. This guy is unhinged. Did Merle and Rebecca laugh for him? Is he there? I swear.
Okay.
I'm getting pissed.
Sergeant McGowan pushes the door open, sees a big-ass fish tank and nothing else, but he noticed the door didn't quite hit the wall when he pushed it.
Oh, come on.
Didn't quite hit the wall, Rach. Bounced back a little.
Oh, no. It's like something's back there.
So McGowan turned sideways, quickly moved in, slammed the door shut with his right hand, slammed Andy up against the wall with his left. Done.
Hell of a hiding spot. Obviously, Merle,
Rebecca, shame. Just kidding. They don't. I mean, they genuinely thought they're like, so you would get like life if you were the go-between? Do you just pass money from one guy to the next? And he was like, yeah. And they're like, I don't know about that. And she's like, it's not like you killed the girl. Like, they genuinely believed him.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyone involved in something this messy.
Yeah.
Get out. And they don't even know how messy it is. But even just what he told them, you haven't seen him since high school. Your roommate doesn't know who the hell he is.
Right.
No, we want really nothing to do with this, especially if now officers are coming to bang our door down to look for you. Fuck no, I'm not covering for you. Get out of my space.
He's right there.
I'm actually really annoyed at that. I don't care if they believed him.
That's okay. They found him. They found him.
Who knew he would be such a shit hider? But guess what? Now you are in trouble.
Yeah, 2 more people. No, I don't think anything happened to them.
I mean, there's already too much of a tangled web. They're like, let's just leave it.
Yes, it is.
Don't say yes to that again.
McGowan yelled to the others that he got him, and the FBI was right there ready to cuff him. McGowan said he had the biggest smile on his face, like
his own
face.
Yeah.
5 years after the murder, this case is finally coming to an end. They take him down to the station, And you know how it goes. He denies it, takes a polygraph. He fails. They confront him. He crumbles.
Mm-hmm.
So he confesses, and here's what he said happened. He was hired to do the job and was building the courage to do it, but never made a set plan.
For Rozanne's murder, yes.
For Rozanne's murder,
okay.
Yes. He broke into her house once, got a knife from the kitchen, and waited for her to come home from work, but then thought, like, what if someone's with her? Like
her child?
Her new boyfriend? I know. That is literally what I noted. I said, or her child, you dick. Because that's his first thought. It's like, oh, wait, she might have a new boyfriend who might be with her. Ugh, whatever.
Yeah.
On October 4th, 1983, he was actually in Rozanne's neighborhood doing the appraisal for some dude's car. Again, that's what he did for work. Yeah. And leaving that appointment, he suddenly got the urge to do it.
What?
Oh, God. So fucked up. Completely unprepared. He broke into his friend's condo nearby and stole his .25 automatic. Then he went to Safeway and bought cotton rope and latex gloves. And at the florist next door, he bought a potted plant. He went to Rozanne's house, knocked on the door, pretending to be a delivery man, much like the Rose Petal Murder, episode 47.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So he was pretending to deliver flowers. When she answered, he said, delivering flowers. And as soon as a smile swept across her face, he pulled out the gun and forced her in the back bedroom.
Oh, my God.
She was excited.
I know. That's really sad.
He told her to take off her clothes and lay face down. She was only wearing a robe, so she took it off and did what he said. He got the rope that he bought from the grocery store and started tying her limbs to each bedpost and could hear her crying.
Oh, God.
He was scared someone would hear her, but she had more than enough opportunities to scream. She just didn't take them because her son was in the next room.
Because the person hearing her is a 4-year-old.
Right. She was probably scared of him running in. McGowan concluded that she stayed silent to save his life.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But nonetheless, Andy is scared someone's going to hear her. So he goes into the bathroom, grabs a bunch of Kleenex. Again, it's all just like improvised. Grabs a bunch of Kleenex. And before viciously shoving them down her throat, she was able to get out one word, which was why.
Yeah.
He didn't answer. So she died having no idea who this guy was or why he was doing this. Once he finished tying her up, he walked around her room looking at all her shit. This is his confession. He admitted to this in writing and on videotape.
Yeah.
He opened her panty drawer. He had to fight back the temptation of taking off his latex glove to feel her undies.
Ugh.
It's fucking.
First of all, you've got to stop.
Fucking weird.
You've got to stop with panties and undies.
I know,
let's say underwear.
Like underwear.
Panties really is upsetting. This whole thing is, but the word itself as well. What the fuck?
Yeah. Then he got on top of her and started masturbating.
What the fuck?
She is completely still. She is.
What?
I don't know. I can't imagine what's going through her mind.
No.
He ejaculates in his hand and got rid of the evidence in the sink. Then he grabbed the belt from Rozanne's robe and put it around her neck and began choking her. He has a gun and he's strangling her.
Yeah, what's the deal?
He wants to enjoy this. He wants to take his time. I mean, he got hard walking around her room. Like,
ew.
He wants to make this last.
Ew.
Oh, God. But this was the first time she starts fighting back.
Yeah.
She started thrashing underneath them and managed to rip her left arm from the restraint. Hence why there was only 3 tied to the bedpost.
Yeah.
Andy panicked and without much thought, he grabbed a pillow, forced it down on her head and shot twice. He didn't even look to see if they were fatal before running past her 4-year-old's closed bedroom door. Didn't even look. Oh, this one's tough. Sorry.
Oh, God.
Rozanne began to convulse, which made the pillow fall off her head and for her head to fall off the side of the bed where she vomited, which explains everything I told you about in the crime scene. Meanwhile, Andy is hauling ass away from the scene, so pleased with himself because he still had enough time to go pick up his 2 daughters from the babysitter.
Wow. God, I forgot he had 2 kids.
Yup. Yeah, they're still married at this point. He's, oh God.
Wow. For like $1,500.
Nope, he still hasn't gotten that second house.
I know, but in his head it was for $1,500.
Right.
Wow.
Cops asked if his wife at the time, Becky, knew anything about this, and he said absolutely not.
No.
So they charge him with capital murder. We are
good.
Now back to present day.
Yeah.
Joy hires 2 attorneys recommended by one of her friends. Their names are Denver McCarty and Mike Wilson. During their first meeting, McCarty, oh God, this is creepy. McCarty said he was very put off by Joy's constant smiling while she went through everything that led to Rozanne's death.
God.
The fuck are you smiling at?
Wipe that smile off your face, bitch. And in the words of Parker Posey in Dazed and Confused.
When they left, McCarty even said something like, "That's the coldest damn woman I've ever seen." However, Mike, who was married with kids, was immediately attracted to her.
I could have guessed it. I really could have. This is not real.
To God. That's what I'm like. I can't make this shorter. I'm trying, but thing after thing. He's married, but was in the midst of a divorce, which he soon filed. And she is still with Jody Packer, that dude, the jogger.
God. Right.
She lives with him.
The least problematic person in this damn story, aside from Rozanne and every kid that's been had.
Oh my God.
We thought he was creepy. He's, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. He's a pillar of the community compared to this bunch.
Absolutely.
What are we doing? How many times can I ask that? That's the question.
This whole story begs the question.
Yeah.
It sure does. But so she starts having an affair with Mike Wilson, who she doesn't end up hiring. Obviously, that's a conflict of interest. Mike, he himself had a shitty reputation. I won't go through everything, but he almost lost his license at one point. And he's addicted to cocaine. And heavily addicted, like DEA gets involved. Like he's in trouble.
Really?
He has his legal problems are crazy.
But I sort of picture, because it's the 80s, I'm like, yeah, that's like Wall Street. He's like a successful attorney. That's another not as surprising thing, but okay. But he's going through divorce. He meets the same person his partner met and said was cold as shit, and she was smiling during the details of this mother's murder, and
he's just lost in that smile.
Mike's just the opposite of
radiant.
McCarty or whatever the other guy's name is. Okay, wow.
You'll never have to know McCarty's name again. She does not hire him either.
Okay.
He's like, good, I don't want your fucking case.
I wasn't going to take the case because you crazy. Damn.
So now she's having an affair. She's living with Jody Packer, having an affair with defense attorney Mike Wilson, not her defense attorney though.
Yeah.
Then one night in December 1989, Joy's 19-year-old son, Chris, and his friend Raymond Slupacki Jr. went drag racing in his Corvette with another teenager.
Oh, no.
Chris and Raymond lost control of the car, and they both died in a fiery crash.
Oh, God.
December 1989. Awful.
Yeah, that's sad.
Joy's phone rang in the middle of the night, and it was Chris's friend crying hysterically that there had been an accident. He gave the address, but she couldn't understand anything else he said. So all she heard was, there's an accident. Chris sobbing.
Yeah.
And he gives the location of where they are. She bursts into tears immediately. She wakes Jody up and he wouldn't go.
What?
You just sung Jody's praises.
Wait, what?
He will not go to the scene with her. In fact, he said, these fucking kids, and went back to bed.
Oh, God. Okay. Never mind, Jody.
He won't get out of bed. Now,
I'm done
and the slightest, there's no excuse, but they didn't know what type of accident was what. She actually thought Chris was in the house. He snuck out. So he was not feeling well. Like she was like, I don't know why he went out that night. He wasn't feeling well, but he snuck out.
God, Jody.
So, Jody,
I cannot get over the morality.
I mean, it's
everyone
insane. I'm like, does anyone care about anyone else? Actually, the well-being of others in any capacity. I'll take a sliver of humanity.
The story.
I'll take a sliver of humanity in this story. I'll take what I can get. Just give it to me already. So,
oh my God. All right.
Joy calls her new boyfriend, Mike Wilson, who jumped out of bed and met her there immediately. She was, genuinely devastated. She's a shitty person, but obviously this one,
tough.
This is her only son. Only child. Sorry. Yeah. Only child. And adding another sad as shit element to this tragedy, a friend named Kirk Moth died by suicide after hearing the news of his friends.
Really?
So another 19-year-old. Yeah.
This is horrific.
So dark.
Yeah.
So her and Mike Wilson are even closer now. I mean, he was literally holding her hand when they broke news that her son was gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And remember, again, she has a pending murder trial. This is insane. How you live through that? Like, you're already stressed about your, upcoming murder trial. Then your son dies horrifically.
Yeah.
Like, when is it heart attack worthy? Because I would be
done.
God, I'd be done. So that was December of 1989. Her murder trial is scheduled for May of 1990. And in May of 1990, her and Mike Wilson were gone.
No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, I am gonna hang it up here. I can't. Are you joking?
I want to be.
What?
I want to be.
I mean, she's like, I don't give a shit anymore about anything, I guess. So I'm just let's try to run. Yeah. Doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I have a feeling it's not gonna work.
Right.
Y'all, I'm sorry.
It's crazy. I won't drag this out any more than I need to.
You've said that, and yet we've got to be 18 hours in, 18 and a half hours in.
This could be a 3-parter. I guarantee if you typed in Rozanne Gailiunas to Apple Podcasts, every other show would have like 3 parts on it. So, I'm doing my best.
No, let's do it.
Okay. So I'll do the shorter version. I will. With the help of Joy's cousin, because she just loves to involve everyone, her and Mike get to Canada. Mike Wilson, again, was in big trouble for cocaine on his own accord. So now this is a manhunt. He was down to flee, and then now this is a manhunt. FBI's involved. Everyone's involved. After a month of searching, in June 1990, detectives learned via trace on Wilson's home phone number that they might be at a Delta Inn in Vancouver. Authorities arrived in Vancouver and found Mike, but not Joy. Mike explained that a few days earlier, he left Joy in their hotel room to go down to the pharmacy, and when he got back, she was gone. She ditched him.
Yeah, I bet.
And there was nothing left but a $100 bill left on his pillow. Let me tell you something.
Thanks, Toots. I'm out of here. That's what that tells me.
Joy and Mike left Texas with $340,000. So she took all of it and left him $100 and no note.
Nope.
Thanks for the memories.
No, that's note enough. She said all she needed to say with that one. No, she doesn't need a note. Mike,
God.
I bet you want to go back to McCarty and be like, you know what? You're right. That bitch is cold.
You went back to Dallas with your tail between your legs, didn't you?
Good God.
Mike Wilson later told investigators that although he was deeply in love with Joy, the relationship wasn't equal. During their escape, Joy allegedly became increasingly erratic, spoke openly about Rozanne's murder, claimed Rozanne deserved it, and made Wilson fear that she might kill him too.
Wow.
A couple months later, in August 1990.
All over an affair between Larry and Rozanne. He had several before that she found out about.
Yes. But this one with Rozanne, he was going to leave Joy.
Oh, right. But
like he wanted to marry Rozanne.
Yeah. I mean, wow.
And apparently everyone else
Sorry,
wants to
the
marry
punishment
Joy.
doesn't fit the crime. I mean, get over it. He was
Rozanne's
been a scoundrel.
punishment?
Yes.
Oh, I know that. Everyone knows that.
I mean, everyone knows that, but like, damn.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot to do for a guy who molested your sister.
Right. You found out, I forgot even about that. He's been a scoundrel the whole time. He groomed and raped your sister.
She had Rozanne killed before she knew about that. But yeah, she tried to have him killed because of it. But
yeah,
that was
wow.
a swing and a miss. A couple months later, in August 1990, so she's still on the run, detectives got a call from someone named Stephanie Grimes. She had just come home from Cuernavaca, Mexico, and saw the Dallas Times-Herald covering the story. And she thinks a woman she met and befriended down there was the woman they were looking for. Wow. She said, it looks exactly like this woman in the newspaper. The fact that this woman happens to be from Dallas is just a fucking cherry on top.
Oh my God.
She just happens to be from Dallas and saw the
Dallas. That's probably why they struck up a conversation.
Yeah. Joy told this woman she was from the States, but not Texas. I think she made up a whole backstory.
Oh, okay.
So still crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Stephanie had been down there for a month in language school, and a woman who, again, she said looked exactly like Joy Ayler's picture in the newspaper, befriended her.
Yeah.
This woman told Stephanie that her husband was in Mexico City, and she talked a lot about her children, all boys, and they hung out nearly every day. And Stephanie said, but she didn't introduce herself as Joy Ayler. She said her name was Jody Packer.
Oh, she took her boyfriend's name.
Yeah, she took her ex-boyfriend's name. And that, like, Mackenzie and McGowan were very like, I don't know. We really think she's in Canada. And then they say, well, her name wasn't Joy Ayler. It's Jody Packer. And they're like, are you fucking kidding me?
She used a name that she is, again, very connected to.
Yes. God. So Mackenzie and McGowan are like, holy shit, let's go. Stephanie tells them that she was going to Mexico City to meet her husband, but had planned to return to that same language school the following month. It was like they called it in between semesters, but the semester was just the next month.
Yeah.
They coordinated with FBI agents in Mexico. Dallas officers flew down there, but she was gone.
I have no doubt.
They knew that she was not going to come back but they're like, maybe she is in Mexico City. Who knows?
Yeah.
So everyone's on border patrol. Everyone's on the lookout.
Yeah.
10 months goes by.
How the fuck does she get away with this?
And they are still hunting. She was on America's Most Wanted. Everyone knew who she was, but she just vanished.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, let me tell you about a woman over there in the south of France.
Oh, okay. Oh, totally. Just a side story. How nice. Okay, where are we? Monaco?
No,
we're in Nice?
Vence.
What?
Vence. We're in St. Paul de Vence.
Oh.
Her name is Elizabeth Sharp, and she's living her best life.
I bet she is.
She has made friends with the locals, particularly a woman named Dominique Margot, who helped Elizabeth get an apartment. It's a luxurious, fully furnished mountainside villa overlooking St. Paul de Vence.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Elizabeth's husband often traveled to the Middle East for work, so she was solo a lot, and she soon was loved by everyone in town. She fit right in, outgoing, fun. She was from California, but due to a tragedy, she wanted to relocate. The tragedy of her son, actually. So that one was legit, but California's not, obviously.
Yeah.
And when she wasn't shopping or gardening, she was exploring towns on the Riviera.
Yeah, I bet she was.
It's a great life for Lizzie Bear.
How the hell did she pull that one off?
God, who knows? Well, I do know. But one day, while driving a rented car, she got into a fender bender. French authorities reviewed the rental paperwork, which led to an investigation. And after 10 months on the run, Joy Ayler was finally caught.
Good God.
She didn't have that je ne sais quoi. She thought she did.
Ooh.
She had been to Frankfurt, Zurich,
wow,
and the last stint in south of France.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got to say, she did fugitive right.
It's crazy though, because she was slipping up so much, first of all, involving 115,000 people, and then using Jodi Packer as an alias. It's just, I was like, okay, she's messing up. Oh no, she gets another year on the run and gets to go to the French Riviera.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. That part.
How the fuck did she pull that off?
She really did fugitive life right. Like south of France, live it up.
Oh
God.
She sucks.
No, she sucks. She doesn't deserve it.
No.
Obviously. But I'm like, wow, it's kind of, for as dipshit as she is, pretty impressive that she got away with it for so long. So how did she get away with this and able to evade police for 10 months?
10 additional months?
Yeah.
Or was it 10 months total? Oh, okay.
She only did 3 months in south of France. But it was all with the help of Jodi Packer, who they can't find.
Oh my God.
I'm not going
really
into his.
Okay, good. But I really sang his praises for a second.
I know.
I'm not even going to go back and cut it because I'm just dumbfounded. You know
I
what?
know. He'd been helping her flee ever since she left Mike Wilson in the dust at the hotel in Vancouver. They got back together and he flew to France with her. And when she was apprehended, he flew to Zurich, then to Mexico City. One source said he even at one point lived on a yacht in the Bahamas.
What?
It's insane. So she was taken to Nice, and while in custody, she pulled out razor blades she had in her waistband and slit her own wrists, severing tendons in both. Yeah, she lives. Don't worry. Yeah, right.
Good.
Jodi was caught trying to re-enter the United States. So now we have everyone in custody. Everyone's where they need to be. However, because Joy was facing the death penalty, France refused to extradite her. So they had to take that off the table in exchange for Joy.
Yeah.
So in November 1993, U.S. Marshals finally extradited her. So let's get right down to it. I'm going to just start listing off the sentences that each of these secondary characters got at least. Jodi Packer got 43 months for everything and was ordered to pay a $100,000 fine. In January 1991, Mike Wilson went on trial for drug possession and conspiracy with the intent to distribute. The jury gave him 1 year, but the judge demanded they reconsider, so they gave him 12.
Whoa.
I'm like, whoa.
There you go.
Bummer for you. He's like,
there you go.
Bless, Judge. Because Mike provided detectives with some evidence and Joy's last known whereabouts, no charges, or he got no charges for fleeing with her.
Yeah.
Buster and Gary Williams, I didn't go through it, but they too ran. I can't even with them. They're the brothers.
Yeah, I was about to say the brothers from 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. They were convicted of conspiracy to commit murder for their botched job on Larry, and they got life sentences.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah.
They must have a rap sheet, like persistent felony offender.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's all petty.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, yeah. It seemed I was shocked by that. But then again, we always say like attempted murder should count as murder just because someone sucks.
But it was conspiracy?
Yeah.
So it's not like they were the ones that strangled her, shot her, and she just happened to live. That is bullshit. Oh, this is Larry. This is Larry. Oh, sorry. Gosh, sorry.
On the attempt against Larry.
Yeah,
the brothers weren't involved in Rozanne.
Rozanne. Okay. Okay, yeah. I mean, they shot at him several times, and they hit Don. So
poor Don. Andy Hopper's trial began in January 1992. The prosecutors were Kevin Chapman and Dan Haygood, and the defense attorneys were Lawrence Mitchell and Peter Lesser. The only thing that the defense actually had that worked in Andy's favor was a very surprising find. At the time of her murder, Rozanne had thorazine in her system. The autopsy didn't detect this, but it was found during an independent medical exam that Rozanne's family ordered 2 years after her death. It's an antipsychotic used to sedate patients or use as a pre-surgery sedative. It treats nausea, and according to the internet, it's also used to treat hiccups. I'm like, oh, gone are the days of holding your breath, huh?
Right. Do a cartwheel and swallow water in the middle of it, like everyone else does. Boo. I mean, like, God, you're prescribing me some hard shit. Wow.
It's probably one of those cases where you have the hiccups for like 6 months. We knew a girl in high school like that. Chronic hiccups.
I thought it wasn't
fucking
sneezing.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Was it? No,
that was
hiccups.
Sneezing. Are you sure?
No.
Okay. I kind of think it was sneezing, but either way, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't take it recreationally, and Rozanne wasn't prescribed to it. Yet somehow she had 28 pills worth in her system. So they know it was very likely administered via syringe, not taken orally. Defense says, who has access to such drugs? Dr. Peter Gailiunas. Yeah. This, plus her affair with Larry, gives the motive, and there you have it. But on the witness stand, Dr. Peter adamantly denies injecting Rozanne with Thorazine and said he wasn't even familiar with that drug. People believe him, obviously, because Andy Hopper confessed to it. But it is still a mystery to this day how that got in her system.
Maybe there's an error in the tox because she fought back. It's like it's used for pre-surgery sedative.
She thrashed but what if in his panic that's when he did it? Because what I'm thinking is that meth head Andy could get his hands on anything.
Yeah.
He could get his hands on some sedative, I'm sure.
Wow.
Or most don't take it recreationally, but meth head Andy might.
He might.
Maybe, once she started freaking out, he just stabbed her with a syringe and took off before shooting her in the head. I don't know. It just seems like his vibe. But then again, if that, the syringe story with Dr. Peter, when he's like, this is full of deadly drugs and I'm going to inject myself if you don't come back to me, when she was like, did you make the sandwich so I could eat?
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm like, oh, you did. You played that card once, but I do not think Dr. Peter killed Rozanne at all.
Or had her,
Or had her killed. No, not at all. But I'm like, I don't.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
Okay.
Lesser also pointed to Larry's statement that when he called Rozanne and little Peter answered and he heard a man say, hang up the goddamn phone, and it went dead.
Yeah.
Claiming it. And the defense uses this to say, like, he claimed it sounded like Peter. But the first officer on the scene testified that he might have actually been the one Larry overheard. He thinks he said.
Oh,
look, emotions were running high. A lot of things were going on. He probably shouldn't yell at the kid, but he's just freaking out. So he told the kid to hang up the goddamn phone, and it was really the cop
because it was like 6:30 at that point. And the cops were definitely there.
There.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So at the end of the day, it didn't matter what defense said because Andy's video confession matching the crime scene to perfection was just too damning. In March of 1992, Andy was found guilty of murdering Rozanne Gailiunas and was sentenced to death. And he was executed by lethal injection in 2005.
Wow.
You want to hear his last meal?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
6 eggs over easy, 10 biscuits, 12 pieces of bacon, a bowl of grits, white gravy, strawberry preserves, French fries, fried chicken, and chocolate meringue pie.
A breakfast guy, I see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Andy, you can ask for anything, right?
And like,
ew,
gross.
How many eggs over easy?
A tummy ache. 6.
Oof. Wow.
Died with diarrhea.
Yeah.
Hopper turned toward 4 members of Rozanne's family, including little Peter.
Yeah. Okay, so he looks at the family.
Yeah, and little Peter, and said, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. The things I did changed so many lives. I can't take it back. It was an atrocity. I am so sorry. I beg your forgiveness, but I know I'm not worthy of it. Then he turned his head toward a second window where his parents were. And he told them that he loved them and thanked them for everything.
Wow.
Bill Garland pleaded guilty to arranging Joy's crimes and received 30 years.
Wow, good.
Joy's sister, Carol, was never actually tried for her role in the criminal conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
So she got off, and she and Bill divorced in 1990.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened. And Carol came out of the whole situation, pissed off because Richardson PD never paid her the $25,000.
I knew it. I knew that was going to come up again. No, obviously
Bitch,
not.
you spent 0 days in jail.
Yeah, you thank them.
You thank them.
Shut your mouth
and thank them.
And keep your nose out of trouble.
Rewards don't count when you're involved.
You helped orchestrate it. No. But thank you for breaking the case. You did. Yeah. Good job.
Thank you for coming to us. You did the right thing.
Yeah, we're not paying you. What?
Yeah, we're not paying you. You should be lucky that you may not go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So her trial, Joy's trial, started in August 1994. Prosecution obviously painted her as a mastermind that she is.
Yeah.
And revealed the list of 5 people Joy wanted Bill to bump off this earth.
Okay, let's hear it.
This is when we don't have it. This is when we only found out Carol was on the list.
Okay, yeah.
Who knows who else?
Okay.
Everyone under the sun.
Really?
So she went to Bill Garland asking to murder Carol, having no idea that they were actually married. Both Mike Wilson and Jody Packer testified against Joy. Joy told them everything because, she'll be damned if she doesn't involve every fucking person in her life in this murder for hire. So they were like, no, Jody and Mike were both like, no, Joy told me she was behind Rozanne's murder from the jump and told them everything. Joy's motive for killing Rozanne was Larry, force Larry to come back home. Her motives for then trying to kill Larry were revenge for his affair with her little sister Liz, which again is not an affair, but
it's not an affair. But if she has it in her mind like that, I bet her little sister was on that list too.
I guarantee it.
Oh,
I guarantee it. She said she was also motivated by the Larry's betraying the family's trust after her father had given him a generous boost to start his business.
Yeah.
On August 18th, 1994, Joy Ayler was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 17 years. She was up
17.
Yeah. But she was up in 2011 and was denied, so no worries.
Good.
Joy is 76 years old and still serving her life sentence at the Carroll Young Medical Facility / prison in Dickinson, Texas.
Wow.
Now,
did you say medical facility?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Medical facility / prison.
I have a question that I just realized I didn't ask. First of all, it popped up because I'm like, it's crazy to me that she divulges every secret about her horrific plan against Rozanne and Larry. I mean, I don't like Larry at all, but she has these secrets, tells Mike Williams, and then absolutely fucks him over. Like, of course he's going to tell police everything.
This is what I don't get.
But that made me think, where did she get the $340,000 that they ran with?
That's all the loop-de that
you avoided.
I avoided.
She robbed a bank in between or something.
No, she didn't. She has some funds. Remember her, she's rich.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
She has a trust fund.
Okay.
Mike Wilson embezzled some funds, adding to his legal trouble. They just got their hands on a lot of cash. So much cash that while they're in Canada, she actually forgot that she had an extra $100,000 at her mom's house. Like, Jesus.
God. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
but
that just had it lying around.
Tells these guys her deepest, darkest emphasis on darkest secrets, and then completely fucks him over. She is an idiot, but I am still shocked that she got away with it for so long. Wow. Okay. So she's still in this facility.
So actually, I'm like, Carol, had you not come into the picture,
really,
she would have gotten away with it. Done.
It probably wouldn't have been solved in this way, but with the amount of people involved, just could not be. Get the brothers, everyone,
right. And the more
even before Mike, before any of that, really.
And if she was never caught, had Carol never done that, she would have killed those 5 people, and then something would have linked back. Like, okay, bitch, wait a minute. These people in your life keep dying off.
Yeah.
What's happening? Like, she would have been caught eventually, I'm sure, but
Wow.
So Joy's lawsuits. On the civil side, Joy owed a total of $486 million in judgments.
Damn.
$400 million of it was due to Dr. and little Peter. But also, like Rozanne's parents, they'll get a chunk. Don Kennedy, who got shot during the Larry incident.
Innocent bystander.
Of course, I think his settlement was like $2.5 million. Of course, it's unlikely any of them will ever receive it.
But they actually do have money, I know not that much, but some people should be receiving that.
I know. Or a portion of it, something, but they don't have that. Come on, 407.
No, not all. I know, but
Oh, I'm sorry, 486 million. Yeah.
If she can be like, oh crap, I forgot I have 100K at my mom's house. You should be able to make some payments.
Yeah. And I think they did.
Yeah.
So after Joy's conviction, her mom and sisters agreed to keep it from Henry, her dad. All of this.
What?
By now, he was confined to a wheelchair because of a stroke and was rapidly declining. So they were like, you know what? He doesn't need to know.
He doesn't know about any of this?
He knows that Rozanne was murdered, obviously, because everyone knew.
But he doesn't know that his daughter's in prison?
Well, he didn't. But when they were leaving one day, a TV news crew ambushed the entire family.
Oh, shit. And they're like, stop, don't say anything.
And their Glen Lakes home, and the secret was out.
Wow.
Henry Davis died shortly after Joy's conviction.
Wow.
Larry Ayler moved back to Virginia with his new wife, Jan, to start over. They started a new home building business, which honestly I think is the same name. I mean, he's active. I think he's in the Richmond area.
Larry is?
Yes. Yeah. Still doing custom builds. Maybe it's not Richmond. Maybe it's something. I mean, you can look him up. But
you say Virginia?
Richmond, Virginia, yeah.
Wow.
Dr. Peter remarried, but actually passed away in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Little Peter is married, and I hope he's very happy. I won't give too much of an update on him since he's been through enough.
I mean.
Oh,
wow.
Rozanne's tombstone says Rozanne Augustinelli, and Peter wrote on the Find a Grave page, for personal reasons, her parents buried her under her maiden name. I choose to accept their wishes. It's it kind of breaks my heart.
Yeah.
But in those early days, soon after the murder, like around the time they would have buried her, they really thought Dr. Peter did it.
Yeah.
So I mean, told all the detectives that. They all said, I know her husband did it.
Yeah.
So that's probably why, but
wow.
Ouch, yeah.
So
that's
and
sad.
they were, I guess they were on the way towards a divorce.
Mm-hmm,
I have to go back in my brain just a second. I'd be like, wait, why was I mad at
Dr.
him?
Peter? Yeah.
Why was I mad at him in the beginning?
He was critical of it.
He really did clean his life up, though?
He cleaned his life up.
Wow.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely.
God.
Oh,
I'm like, who else did I talk shit about or make fun of that deserve an apology?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No one. Everyone pretty much deserves it.
This is insane.
Little Peter. Dr. Peter did not so great things, but
this is but he was certainly not the worst in this. I thought he would be.
No. And that is my insane long ass
y'all
movie of an episode. The sad murder and so senseless murder of Rozanne Gailiunas.
I know, poor Rozanne. Wow,
did not deserve that.
I've never heard of that. The batshittery.
Oh my God.
A tangled web.
No shit.
Wow. Hey y'all, don't be getting used to this. My episode is not going to be this long.
There's no way to make it shorter.
No, you had to include everything. You actually could have gone longer.
I could have gone longer. Oh my God.
But that is the craziest.
I know.
Again, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Where are we? What year are we in? What's happening?
No, I followed it. I'm actually very impressed with myself.
Yeah, I'm impressed with you too. You must be on oodles a bunch of Adderall.
No, I'm not. You told it well.
Thank you. Patrons: Madison, Kelly, Danielle, Penny, Meredith, Maggie, Victoria, Denise, Wendy, Caroline, Beth, Molly, EBW, Emily, Jasmine, Lee, Molly, Hannah, Lauren, and Jesse.
Oh my God.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
No, and we really, I know we say it every time, couldn't do it without you, but genuinely, we are so grateful for where y'all have turned this podcast to.
For real.
Or turn this podcast into whatever. Y'all, I just told a 4-hour story.
She's been talking nonstop. You expect her to keep going and get stuff right? Yeah, for real. Honestly, it's so cliche, and I know I've said it, but the podcast would be dead and gone.
Holy
dead
shit.
And gone. Oh my God, corporate dust off the resumes.
And,
so thank you so much.
Don't even say that. Thank y'all so much. And we love y'all. And if you're new here and you liked it, review, subscribe. We never do over like this long of episodes, so don't get used to that. But you know, you'll see. You'll see. Work your way back. Thank y'all so much for listening. Y'all are the best. People are the worst.